Ladies and gentlemen, if you could direct your attention to the pitching mound, we have a very special first pitch tonight. Keegan Harrison is 7 years old. Before he was born, he was diagnosed with a heart defect. Even with early warning of this defect and its condition, and symptoms were much more critical once he was born. Doctors were forced to try and repair the defect at 24 hours of age. Complications from the surgery left Keegan on life support, and a heart transplant was the only chance for life. A donor was found when Keegan was just 7 days old. He was successfully transplanted at Children's Medical Center of Dallas, and has become one of the youngest and smallest recipients in the state of Texas and the country. Keegan lives in Plano with his father, Gray, mother, Maddie, and his 5-year-old sister, Audrey. Joining him on the field tonight is Gray Harrison, Keegan's father, Patty Niles, the Southwest Transplant Alliance CEO, and Kim Charles, the Relations Manager of the Southwest Transplant Alliance. Keegan, when you're ready, fire strike. Fans, one more time, give it up for 7-year-old Keegan Harrison.
Now it's time for the Laredo Lemurs pregame show. Laredo Lemurs baseball is brought to you by Popeye's Chicken, AEP Texas, Armadillo Homes, Ascending Technologies, Ashley's Furniture of Laredo, Capital Care EMS, Chavarias Plumbing, Core Business Solutions, Driscoll Health Plan, Falcon International Bank, Family Chevrolet, Gold's Gym, Guerra Communications, HEB, iGadget Repair Center, Kaplan College, Laredo International Airport, Laredo Pony League, Laredo Sports Medicine, Mike's Paint Place, Pepsi, Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU Housing and Residence, Texas Farm Bureau, Texas Inflatables, Texas Outlaw Grill, Tokyo Garden, Total Termite Pest and Control, Uni-Trade Forwarding, Whataburger of Alice. And now here's Bill Harrington with the Laredo Lemurs pregame show.
It's the Boxburg singing, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the hope of the brave.
All right, the national anthem before we get started here at the ballpark at Grand Prairie tonight. Bill Harrington along with you, coming to you live from Grand Prairie, Texas, as the Laredo Lemurs get ready to take on the Grand Prairie AirHogs. This is the first game of a 3-game set between these two ball clubs, and the Laredo Lemurs just got done playing the Grand Prairie AirHogs last week. The Lemurs and the AirHogs hooked up for a 4-game set back up in Laredo, Texas, or back down in Laredo, Texas, I should say. And they're getting ready to play some more baseball here, so a lot of games with the same club in a short amount of time. The Lemurs did that as well with the Joplin Blasters, who just left Laredo, Texas. So the Lemurs getting ready to take on this club, the Grand Prairie AirHogs, once again. So the Lemurs went 3-1 against the AirHogs back home in Laredo. The Lemurs start the day with a record of 22 wins and 18 losses. The AirHogs sit in last place in the American Association South Division. They're at 15-25 on the season. They're 9.5 games back. So the Lemurs right there at the very top, looking to gain some games on the Joplin Blasters tonight, as the Laredo Lemurs take on these AirHogs, and the Joplin Blasters this evening will be... Who are the Blasters playing? I don't even see them. Oh, there they are. The Lincoln Salt Dogs. They're playing the Lincoln Salt Dogs at home. The Lincoln Salt Dogs are in town for the 4th of July weekend up in Joplin. We're going to take a quick timeout, come back, and we'll have the lineups for you. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball. Texas Outlaw Grill is a proud sponsor of your Laredo Lemurs, specializing in outlaw delicacies such as the Texican, the Gringo, and the Bandit Hot Dog, and their ever-famous barbecue burger. Be the first to try their groundbreaking Cabrito hamburger and Cabrito hot dog. For all to-go orders, catering, and fundraising information, go by 5209 Springfield Suite number 4 or call 956-771-1990. That's Texas Outlaw Grill.
Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, the official team doctors of your Laredo Lemurs. Now with 2 convenient locations to better serve you. Our north location is located at 9652 McPherson Road, Suite 12. Our south location is located at 5102 State Highway 359. Laredo Sports Medicine offers an array of services from physical therapy to our newest service, orthopedic surgery. Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic is changing orthopedic care one athlete at a time. Visit our website at laredosportsmed.com for more information.
All right, back here at the ballpark at Grand Prairie, I'm Bill Harrington. Let's go ahead and get you your starting lineups for tonight's ball game. For the Lemurs, it's going to be Devontre Richardson leading off. He's playing out in center field. Abel Nieves will bat second and play second base. Kevin Taylor's out in left field. He'll bat third. Dennis Phipps working as the right fielder tonight. He'll bat in the fourth spot. Juan Silverio will play third base and bat fifth. Dustin Geiger's the first baseman. He'll bat in the sixth hole. Jayudi Valdez will work as the designated hitter and bat seventh. Batting eighth is Luke Bailey. He'll do the catching. And Jared Medeiros will play shortstop and bat ninth tonight for the Laredo Lemurs. Blake Oliver's up on the mound for the Grand Prairie AirHogs. The Lemurs saw Blake Oliver in the last 4-game series that they played against him back in Laredo, Texas. The Lemurs ended up winning the game in walk-off style when Luke Bailey picked himself up a single with runners at second and third to drive them both home in the bottom of the ninth inning. But this young man, Blake Oliver, pitched pretty well against the Lemurs when he was out there on the mound as he made a start. Here's the first pitch of the ball game, and it misses low for a ball. And the game time here is 7:07 p.m. in the Central Time Zone. Currently 88 degrees in Grand Prairie, Texas. And Devontre Richardson is on fire right now, currently on a 17-game hitting streak as he looks at a pitch that misses low and inside. So the Lemurs and the AirHogs, this is a 3-game set between these two clubs. So the Lemurs will be here through Sunday, and I got the game times for you. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That one swung on and a line drive into right field, a base hit for Richardson. So he starts off, gets himself a base hit to start things, and he is now on an 18-game hitting streak for the Lemurs. Absolutely amazing. Well, he was on the disabled list for 7 days, comes right back and starts hitting hot again. He came back after the injury, after he played the Joplin Blasters back on June 22nd. He didn't start playing again until June 30th and continued his hot streak even though he had all that time off. So he picks up a hit here now, and he's now hitting 18 straight games. Here's Abel Nieves. Well, Richardson definitely a threat to go. He's got 8 stolen bases on the year. No score, just underway here from Grand Prairie. And Abel Nieves into the batter's box on the right side. The pitch, a fastball swung on, lined into center field. Chris Elder's right there. He'll reach up and make the catch. So Abel Nieves is retired on the first pitch that he sees, and here comes Kevin Taylor to the plate. So now Devontre Richardson, after picking up that hit, he's now 28 over his last 73. So 28 for 73 over the last 18 ball games, including the one here tonight. So I just added in the numbers that he just picked up with that base hit. He has scored 14 runs, has a double and 3 homers and 6 RBIs, and 14 strikeouts over that time with 4 walks to his credit. Here's the pitch to Taylor. Taylor takes a strike on the outside corner. By the way, the starting pitcher, Blake Oliver, in his last start against the Lemurs went 7 innings, gave up 8 hits, only allowed 2 runs, walked a batter and struck out 3. So he did pitch well, but like I said, the Lemurs came back to win the game in the bottom of the 9th inning. A quick toss over to first base, and Richardson is back in safely. So Kevin Taylor from the left side of the batter's box. And Blake Oliver peeking over. Another toss over to first base, and it's a very close play that time. And just getting back in is Devontre Richardson. Here's your umpiring crew tonight. Taylor Payne back behind the plate. Art Thigpen over at first base, and Lance Sailheimer. He's actually between first and second right now, but he's the third base umpire. No balls and 1 strike to Kevin Taylor. Here's the pitch. Swung and a ground ball over to the left side. That's going to get through the hole. And in for a base hit for Kevin Taylor for the Lemurs. So that moves Richardson up to second base, and Taylor's on with the base hit. And here comes Dennis Phipps to the plate now for the Laredo Lemurs.
Batting fourth, right fielder number 55, Dennis Phipps.
So Phipps also on a tear for the Laredo Lemurs, doing a nice job for them throughout the 2015 season. Phipps joined the club last year with the Lemurs. We were up in Kansas City when he joined the baseball team. And he's been a nice addition ever since. Phipps always with a good attitude, and that's one of the things I love about him. No balls and one strike, so runners at first and second base for the Lemurs and one down. Blake Oliver up on the hill. He'll check second. He'll kick high and throw home, and a check swing by Dennis Phipps. He went around, and that one's going to be called a strike. So no balls and one strike to Phipps. Dennis starting the day batting .346. He's currently 8th in the league in hitting with that .346 batting average. 4th in the league in RBIs with 32. He's tied for 2nd in the league with 55 hits. So very nice season for Dennis Phipps. At the beginning of the year, I was telling people, I said, this guy definitely has an opportunity to be the MVP of the season here in the American Association. Here's the 0-1 pitch, swung in a ground ball up the middle, ranging for it. Estrada, he'll grab it, touch the bag at second, flip over to first base, and that's a double play. That's going to end things here for the Lemurs in the first inning. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We're going to go to the bottom of the first. Grand Prairie's coming up to the plate. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Welcome to Whataburger. Today we're cooking the sweet and spicy bacon burger.
Wow, it's beautiful.
2 beef patties, American cheese, Monterey Jack cheese, bacon, grilled onions, the sweet and spicy pepper sauce.
Sweet in the front and then the spicy in the back. I like it. I like it a lot.
It's like a perfect balance, and then that bacon right there, it adds crunchiness.
I'd get back in line and get another one, I'll tell you that much.
Sweet spicy bacon burger. Come down to Whataburger. It's only here for a limited time.
Now it's time for the Laredo Lemurs pregame show. Laredo Lemurs Baseball is brought to you by Popeye's Chicken, AEP Texas, Armadillo Homes, Ascending Technologies, Ashley's Furniture of Laredo, Capital Care EMS, Chavarias Plumbing, Core Business Solutions, Driscoll Health Plan, Falcon International Bank, Family Chevrolet, Gold's Gym, Guerra Communications, HEB, iGadget Repair Center, Kaplan College, Laredo International Airport, Laredo Pony League, Laredo Sports Medicine, Mike's Paint Place, Pepsi, Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU Housing and Residence, Texas Farm Bureau, Texas Inflatables, Texas Outlaw Grill, Tokyo Garden, Total Termite Pest and Control, Uni-Trade Forwarding.
All right, let's go ahead and get to the Grand Prairie AirHogs starting lineup for the ball game today with Matt Lewson warming up on the mound for the Laredo Lemurs. Jamadric Magruder's going to lead off. He'll play second base. Jordy Hart, a right fielder, he'll bat in the 2-hole tonight. Brian Myra will bat third and work as the designated hitter. Victor Diaz will play first base and bat fourth. Willie Cabrera will play out in left field. He'll bat in the 5 spot. Zane Chavez will do the catching. He'll bat 6th. Batting 7th is Ridge Ho'opa'i. He'll play third base and bat in that 7th spot. Chris Elder will play center field and bat 8th. And Robbie Estrada is the shortstop. He's batting in the 9-hole tonight for Grand Prairie. Grand Prairie wearing their red tops tonight. Red tops with black numbers and letters. They have white outline and also a little bit of a black outline as well on their jerseys. They're wearing their home white pants. The Lemurs wearing their road gray uniforms, and it says Laredo across the chest. So the Lemurs will play here tonight at 7 o'clock. You already know that. You've tuned in for this one. Tomorrow night's a 6 o'clock start for Laredo and Grand Prairie. And then on Sunday, a 2:05 start. So there's your 3 game times here from Grand Prairie, Texas. Matt Lewson will wind and throw to Jamadric Magruder, and that pitch misses very high. So no balls and 1 strike to Magruder. Magruder on the season batting .242. And Lewson throws again. This time the 1-0 pitch is in there for a strike. That pegs the outside corner, a fastball from Lewson. Lewson's going to throw a fastball. He'll throw a slider as well, a curveball, and a changeup. So those are the 4 pitches in his repertoire. He'll deal on the 1-1. Swung and a fly ball hit into center field, breaking back, and now putting on the brakes is Richardson. He'll square up and make the catch out there in center field. So 1 down, and Jordy Hart, the next batter for Grand Prairie. No score in the ball game. We're in the bottom of the first inning, so just getting going here.
Batting second, right fielder, number 26, Jordy Hart.
Jordy Hart playing in his 8th game with Grand Prairie tonight. He's batting .273. He's picked up 6 hits and 22 at-bats. He's got a couple of doubles and a triple, so of his 6 hits, he's got 3 extra base hits. So he's into the batter's box on the right side, has a wide open stance, and here's the pitch, and that one is a little bit high from Matt Lucen. 1 ball and no strikes. So Matt Lucen on the hill again tonight for the Laredo Lemurs. He's been in the starting rotation since the start of the season for the club. As he peers over his mitt and gets the sign, he'll fire away, and that one swung on and fouled straight back. Lucen starts the day with a record of 2 wins and 2 losses and a 4.88 ERA over 8 starts. He's thrown in 38 and 2/3 innings, has struck out 31, has walked 19, and has given up 44 base hits this year. He's at a Jacksonville University, 6'1", 200 pounds for Matt Lucen. He'll deliver. The pitch is popped up over to the right side. Geiger, the first baseman, still in fair territory up the right field line, will make the catch. So a pop out over to the first baseman for the second out of the inning. Brian Myro now the batter. I realize the camera angle that we have here at the ballpark is not the greatest thing in the world. We will not be able to see a lot of right field. So I will make sure I give you full descriptions and try to do a full radio broadcast for you anyway. So just to give you all the description we possibly can here on the broadcast tonight and throughout this stand here in Grand Prairie as Brian Myro sees a fastball miss low and inside. No score in the ball game. And Myro in the batter's box on the left side. He's a left-handed batter. So here's Lucen peering over the mitt. He shakes, yes, immediately to Bailey's call, and the pitch is low for a ball. Myro this year, playing in his 20th game of the season. He's 38 years old, so he's an older guy. He's played in the big leagues a little bit. He played with the Dodgers and the Padres in the majors. Here's the 2-0. That is low for a ball. Myro batting .222 on the season. He has picked up 14 hits and 63 at-bats so far this year. He's played with Grand Prairie going back to 2012. A fastball cuts the inside part of the plate, making it 3 balls and 1 strike now to Myro. 2 hits for the Lemurs, no hits for the AirHogs. And a 3-1 count to Brian Myro as the Lemurs try to work out of the inning. The pitch is low, ball 4, so Myro earns a walk. That'll be his 17th walk of the season. And that'll bring up another former major leaguer, Victor Diaz. So Diaz to the plate. And even though Myro's a little bit older, he doesn't have any stolen bases this year, but in the past he can steal a bag or 2. So still got to pay attention to him over there. Now a new baseball going to be put into play for the starting pitcher, Matt Lucen. Two outs in the bottom of the first. So here's Victor Diaz tapping the far end of the plate and pounds the top of the plate a couple of times with his baseball bat. And the pitch, a fastball that pegs the outside corner for a strike. Good pitch there from Matt Lucen to start things off. Got to work ahead of the count. That's the name of the game. If you're a pitcher, you get those strikes. You get ahead in the count and put that batter in a hole. The 0-1 curveball swung on, grounded foul. That's grounded up the third baseline, and the third base coach, Eric Champion, he's also the manager. Actually, that is not Eric Champion over there at third base. Eric Champion's still in the dugout. So probably the hitting coach, I would imagine, is over there. That's maybe the assistant coach, Craig Sumbler. Eric Champion sitting in the dugout right now. No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. That one is in the dirt, blocked by the Lemurs catcher, Luke Bailey. Here's the defensive setup for the Lemurs. Taylor's out in left field, Richardson in center, Phipps is in right. Silverio playing third base, Medeiros is over at short, Nieva's playing second, and Geiger, he's playing first base. Bailey's behind the plate. And Jeudy Valdez today is working as the designated hitter, so he's not playing in the field, at least for right now. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Swung on and missed. There's strike 3, and Matt Lucen works out of the inning. He gives up no runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left. That's a walk to Brian Myro, and that's going to do it for the AirHogs here in the first. We're through 1, no score. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to people wondering L-I-T-E, that's how you spell light, which led to people thumbing through their dictionaries, which led to there's got to be a better way to look up words, which led to the invention of spell check, which led to better resumes, promotions, celebrations, and happy hour. Miller Lite, we invented light beer and happy hour. You're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Do you want to sit in a car for 7 hours, risk a flat tire, traffic, or highway construction delays? Fly direct from Laredo International Airport to Dallas-Fort Worth on American Airlines. From Dallas, you can change planes and take a flight to Tokyo, London, or even Rio de Janeiro. With 4 daily arrivals and departures, American Airlines is sure to have a connection that works best for you. So avoid spending hours in the car or risk an accident on the highway or even a flat tire. Fly in comfort from Laredo International Airport. Visit AA.com for details and to book a reservation.
Uni-Trade continues to provide solutions in foreign trade through a highly satisfactory customs brokerage service. Uni-Trade has quality trained personnel devoted to the highest level of customer service. For all your transportation, distribution, and consolidation needs, it's Uni-Trade.
There's a reason why Popeyes creates some of the best tasting chicken in the world. We were born in New Orleans, Louisiana, the land of good fun and great cooking. Spicy flavor is a way of life in New Orleans, and everything we make reflects it. From our Popeyes bona fide chicken and handcrafted tenders to our home-style mashed potatoes with Cajun gravy and our soft buttery biscuits, everything we make is made with care and served up fresh. Only at Popeyes.
All right, for the Lemurs, coming up to the plate in the top of the second inning, it's going to be Juan Silverio, Dustin Geiger, and then Jeudy Valdez. So those are the first 3 due up. Here are your list of games on tap for tonight in the American Association. Lincoln is at Joplin. They're underway already in the top of the second. Ottawa playing Winnipeg this evening. Ottawa's taking a 1-0 lead over the Winnipeg Goldeyes. The Ottawa champions, by the way, they play in the Can-Am League. Here's the pitch to Silverio, and that one misses low. Wichita and Amarillo just underway. Gary and Kansas City just underway as well, and so are Sioux Falls and Sioux City. Fargo is up 2-0 over St. Paul. So there you go. The 1-0 pitch. Swung and missed. A breaking ball there, and Silverio cannot hold back. So Silverio looking at a 1-1 count. Blake Oliver rolls his shoulders around before he gets back up on the rubber. And Silverio back in the batter's box for the Lemurs. No score in the game. We're in the top of the second inning. And the delivery from Oliver, a fastball that misses inside by a couple of inches. Overall, a decent pitch, but it does miss. So 2 balls and 1 strike now to Juan Silverio for the Laredo Lemurs. By the way, Blake Oliver starts the day with a record of 3 wins and 3 losses. A ground ball here off the fastball, and that one's grounded foul up the third baseline. Yeah, Oliver with a 3-win and 3-loss record, a 5.22 ERA. Has pitched in 11 games, has started 5 of them, and has thrown in 41 1/3 innings with 17 strikeouts and 11 walks. Here comes the 2-2 pitch to Silverio. That one is way inside. Silverio has to jackknife out of the way of that one. So Silverio batting .294 to start the day, playing in his 30th game for the Lemurs. Silverio went 4 for 17 in the Joplin series. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swung and a check swing ground ball up the middle, ranging for it. Estrada, he'll backhand it. Turn, throw over to first base, and that's going to be good for an out. So a 6-3 put out, and a nice play there by Estrada going up the middle to grab that one. Do a 360, turn around, find your target, throw the ball, and it was in time to get Juan Silverio. Here comes Dustin Geiger to the plate. Jeudy Valdez is on deck for the Lemurs. Geiger has not gotten off to a great start with the Laredo Lemurs, even though he does have a home run for Laredo, and it was a big home run for them at the time. Put the Lemurs up 1-0 at the time as this pitch comes in and pegs the inside corner for a strike. Over 5 games, Geiger batting .158 since joining the Lemurs. He has picked up 3 hits and 19 at-bats. The 0-1 pitch swung, and that one's fouled into the ground. When Geiger came over to the Laredo Lemurs, he was hitting at a .351 mark with the Wichita Wingnuts. He had 40 hits and 114 at-bats for them. He had 7 home runs. Well, he did hit 1 home run for the Laredo Lemurs, and that home run came in the second game against the Joplin Blasters. No balls and 2 strikes to the Lemurs' new first baseman, Dustin Geiger. Here's the pitch. Swung and missed. Oliver threw a changeup there, and Geiger way out in front. He strikes out swinging.
That's an All-American.
That's the second out here in the inning. No score in the game. We're in the top of the second.
Batting
And
second.
here comes Jeudy Valdez working as the DH tonight.
Judy Valdez.
So Jeudy Valdez into the batter's box now for the Laredo Lemurs. 2 outs in the inning, and Blake Oliver will fire home, and that one is swung on and missed. Valdez swung right over the top of that one. Valdez batting .255 since joining the team 14 games ago, and that was back up in Amarillo on June 19th when he joined the Lemurs. No balls and 1 strike. The kick and the throw home. That one misses away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Valdez was born in the Dominican Republic. He was signed as a non-drafted free agent at the age of 17 by the San Diego Padres. Spent 9 seasons in the Padres organization. That's a long time. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball hits the outside corner for a strike right at the belt. Very well placed pitch there by Blake Oliver. So now Valdez is looking at a 1-2 count. Valdez puts his hand up as he gets into the batter's box. And Blake Oliver will kick high and throw home. And that one's swung on a ground ball. One hopped right over to the third baseman, Ho'opa'i. He'll throw over to first base, and that's going to do it. For the Lemurs, they go down in order here in the top of the second. We'll head to the bottom of the second inning. No score in the ball game. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Chavarria's Plumbing's the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarria's is a full-service company with up-to-date technology, trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarria's is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts. Personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
Need a little spark in your life? Then come on out to Uni-Trade Stadium for Friday night fireworks. Tickets start as low as $5, and you'll get to see great baseball and great fireworks all in one night. To get tickets, call 956-7-LEMURS or go online at laredolemurs.com. I'll see you at the ballpark.
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today.
Tokyo Garden of Laredo is located at 2515 East Del Mar Boulevard, and they serve the best sushi in town. Stop by Tokyo Garden for a quick lunch or a fancy dinner. Either way, you're going to enjoy our fine cuisine. Did you just get off work? Then come on by and check out our happy hour specials. Tokyo Garden, well, you'll find the best sushi in Laredo.
Right now, when you sign up for a Gold's Gym membership, you'll get tons of extras completely free. Confidence, free. Compliments from your coworkers, free. And the desire to wear tiny bathing suits, you guessed it, free. You'll be stronger with extras, and you'll be stronger with Gold's Gym. Know your own strength. Tiny bathing suit not included.
Pro Mega Signs of Laredo is there for all of your printing and signage needs. We can be found at 1615 Jackman Road in Laredo, or you can reach us by phone at 956-723-2110. Again, that's 956-723-2110. If you need a sign, big or small, come to Pro Mega Signs of Laredo, where your print job is just around the corner.
Leading off the bottom of the second inning, left fielder, number 18, Willie Cabrera.
All right, Willie Cabrera starts it off for the Grand Prairie AirHogs. No score here. We go to the bottom of the second inning. The Lemurs went down in order in the top of the second. So here we go. It's going to be Cabrera, Chavez, and Ho'opa'i coming up to the plate for the Grand Prairie AirHogs. So Matt Lucen looked good in his first inning of work. He only walked Brian Myro and got everybody else out. So not a bad first half inning there for Matt Lucen. He'll kick and throw home here, and that one swung on. Hit in the air into right field. On the run, Dennis Phipps. Looks like he's got a beat on this one. He'll back up a little bit now, tap the mid on the thigh, and reach up and make the catch. So 1 pitch and 1 out, and that'll bring up Zane Chavez. No score in the ball game.
Catcher number 6, Zane Chavez.
Well, Chavez is a good hitter. He'll get an opportunity to hit here against Matt Lucen. Zane Chavez on the season, batting .279. Probably one of their better hitters on the team here with the Grand Prairie AirHogs. And you say, well, batting only .279. Yeah, I know. It's It's one of those weird things with this club. The Grand Prairie AirHogs just aren't hitting that good overall as a team as Chavez takes a pitch outside. 2 balls and no strikes. On deck is Ridge Ho'opa'i. And Lucen works quickly. He'll fire again. That pitch is a little bit inside. So 3 balls and no strikes. So Chavez with a good eye up there on the hill. Or excuse me, in the batter's box. And the 3-0 pitch. Swung on and a line drive into right field. Phipps will get there and lean over and make the catch. Takes away a base hit from Zane Chavez. Nicely done there by the Laredo Lemurs right fielder. That ball was stroked well by Zane Chavez, and Dennis Phipps was there to bring it in. So 2 outs really quickly. And coming up to the plate now is Ridge Ho'opa'i.
Third baseman, number 23, Ridge Ho'opa'i Haslam.
So Ridge batting .257 to start the day. And the pitch is inside. By the way, Zane Chavez, second on the team in hitting with that .279 batting average. Victor Diaz leads the way for the Grand Prairie AirHogs with a .305 average. And the 1-0 pitch is swung on and grounded foul. And look out over there. Almost got a piece of somebody. Ball took a hop off the turf over there and went right into the stands and landed into a seat right next to a lady. No score in the game. Bottom of the second. 2 down. The 1-1 pitch. Ooh, and a big fat juicy curveball that goes over the head of Ridge Ho'opa'i. It's Ridge Ho'opa'i Haslam, and his name is hyphenated, so Ho'opa'i Haslam. And the Ho'opa'i part is Hawaiian. The 2-1 pitch swung on, popped up over to the right side. That one I think is going to get out of play, but Geiger's going to come over and take a look, and it is going to fall into foul territory. So 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Ho'opa'i. Ho'opa'i with that .257 batting average played in the 2014-2015 season at Tennessee Wesleyan, where he hit .398 with 23 doubles and 5 triples. He had 15 home runs for his college baseball team last season. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Fastball swung on and missed. A high fastball and a nasty one at that. And that's going to do it for the Grand Prairie AirHogs. They go down in order. We're through 2 innings. And we're going to the top of the third. We have no score here. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
For all of your vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's only one place to turn, Mike's Paint Place. Mike's Paint Place has computerized color matching and digital imaging. They also do full frame and suspension repairs. Stop by and see Mike's Paint Place today at 6410 Polaris Drive in Laredo.
In over 40 years, nobody's helped more families achieve the American dream of home ownership than Armadillo. In fact, Armadillo Homes has built more homes than all other builders combined. And there are reasons for this: integrity, responsibility, service, and of course, quality. So if you're thinking about making the greatest investment in your life, think of the one builder who's dedicated its entire life to helping the Laredo family. Think Armadillo Homes, armadillohomes.com. Go Lemurs.
Breakfast speaks for itself here at Whataburger. It's going to be hot, it's going to be fresh.
It's almost like when you were a kid and you wake up in the morning, you can smell mom cooking breakfast.
I like their hash browns.
My favorite's the honey butter chicken biscuit. I like the taquitos.
We have some fresh cracked eggs here.
I like these pancakes because they're fluffy.
I really like the fact that you can get into Whataburger real fast and bring it on the go.
We're cooking breakfast for you at Whataburger.
We all know we can accomplish more when we're ready. That's why I've chosen Texas A&M International University. I want a 4-year degree and the opportunities that it brings. TAMU has welcomed me and more than 7,000 students from around the world. TAMU empowers me to greatness, ignites my mind, and propels me to my future and my impact. Imagine the possibilities when you're powered by TAMU.
Register now for summer and fall. Visit tamu.edu and get powered.
All right, the Lemurs coming up to the plate in the third inning. We go to the top of the third. We have no score. It's going to be Luke Bailey, Jared Medeiros, and then Devontre Richardson coming up to the plate for the Laredo Lemurs. So the AirHogs back out on defense. And Luke Bailey getting into the batter's box, getting ready to go. So Blake Oliver into the full windup. Here's the pitch. A fastball low and outside. Small crowd here tonight, but not too bad for what I'm used to seeing here at this ballpark. Usually a small crowd here at this yard. The 1-0, swung on and missed. 1 ball and 1 strike. Of course, we're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, so there's a lot to do. There's a lot to go out and spend money on a Friday night in this area. So the Grand Prairie AirHogs, unfortunately, are not well attended. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, swung on and missed. Bailey out in front of that one. He's looking at a 1-2 count. Bailey batting .236 to start the day. Against the Joplin Blasters, he ended up picking up 3 hits. He went 3 for 12 in that series, but he did come up with a very big hit. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Swung on a fly ball over to the right side. He had a home run in yesterday's contest. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Bailey looking at a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the delivery, he swings and misses at a slider. There's strike 3, so he'll go ahead and sit down and contemplate his next at bat. Luke Bailey, by the way, that home run was from the carryover game from the previous day. So the game yesterday was Thursday. The previous game was on Wednesday, but it got carried over to Thursday. So he hit the home run on the Wednesday part of the game where they ended up finishing it on Thursday. So here's Jared Madero stepping into the batter's box. 1 out, no score, top of 3. And Blake Oliver fires home, and that one cuts the outside corner for a strike. Madero's just out of St. John's University, played in 55 games with St. John's this last season. And the 0-1 pitch, high for a ball, evens up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Madero's trying to get up over the 200 mark. He's batting .184 to start the day, 9 hits and 49 at bats. He has a couple of doubles and 5 RBIs. He has struck out 12 times for the Lemurs. 1 ball and 1 strike. And Oliver sets, winds, and throws. And there's a ground ball up to the shortstop. Estrada will back up. He has it in his glove. He'll throw over to first base, and 2 down. So both pitchers looking really good to start things off. We might have ourselves a good pitcher's duel here tonight. Here's Devontre Richardson. Well, Richardson has a base hit already in the ball game. He now has an 18-game hitting streak for the Laredo Lemurs. And it's been fun to watch him play all season long. Richardson with 28 hits over those 18 games. And the pitch. That one is high. Richardson starts the day batting .364 for the Lemurs. He's got 4 home runs on the year and 15 RBIs. He has only walked 6 times. The 1-0 swung on and missed. A changeup. And Richardson out front of that one. 2 down in the inning, top of the 3rd, no score. First of a 3-game set between these two clubs. The Lemurs and the AirHogs. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on and a fly ball over to the right side. Racing for it is Hart. Will that one get fair or go foul? It's a fair ball and caught as he runs into the wall. Nicely done there by Hart. He holds on to the baseball, and the Lemurs go down in order again. Well, the walls are very close to the foul line down the right field line, and his momentum took him over the line, and he ended up running into the wall and held on to the baseball. So that's it for the Lemurs here in the top of the 3rd. We'll head to the bottom of the 3rd, and in the Grand Prairie AirHogs are coming up to the plate. No score.
Since Ascending Technologies opened for business in 1998, they have worked to establish solid relationships with their clients. They are set to maintain the highest standards of service and integrity and to perform work of only the highest quality, achieving client satisfaction on every project. They have attained these goals through a tradition of care and professional pride. They serve a wide range of corporations and small business franchises. Ascending Technologies has the tools and expertise for any technical need that your business may have. Call us here in Laredo at 725-2654. That's 725-2654 for Ascending Technologies.
Sweating through another barn burner at your team's bar?
Sure am.
Wish you had some ice-cold refreshment?
You bet.
Then Coors Light may be right for you. Could result in meeting new people. Epic fist bumps, epic forearm bumps, epic or chest bumps, touchdown dancing, break dancing, line dancing, dancing like nobody's watching, awesome refreshment for the win, and one-of-a-kind Rocky Mountain Cold refreshment. Ask your bartender for Coors Light today.
Definitely.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Hey,
¿Qué? ¿Tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que le salió el primer diente a tu hijo? ¿Que tu abuelita aprendió a tuitear? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? La respuesta es la misma. Pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres. Pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo. Carne asada con ganas, solo en H-E-B.
We'd like to imagine.
All right, so in the bottom of the third inning, the AirHogs are coming up to the plate. It's Chris Elder, Robbie Estrada, and then Jamadric Magruder. We'll all get to see at bats against Matt Lewson. So Elder's up first. Chris Elder, a left-handed batter. So of course he'll dig in from the left side to get things going. Matt Lewson peers over his mitt, and he gets ready to go into the windup. Here comes the first pitch. That one hits the outside corner, a fastball. Chris Elder against the Lemurs so far this year. He's picked up 8 hits and 34 at-bats, so he's batting .235 against Laredo. And the 1-0. That one is popped up. That'll get back and up and over the stadium. So no balls and 2 strikes. So both of these pitchers going right after guys here tonight. There's no fooling around. Matt Lewson did walk Brian Myro, but that was it so far. And he's been over the plate ever since. No balls and 2 strikes. He'll kick and throw, and a breaking ball swung on and a line drive hit into left field. Here comes Kevin Taylor as he moves over to his left. He'll get there and make the catch. So on 3 pitches and out by Chris Elder. 1 down, and Robbie Estrada's the next batter. Robbie Estrada playing shortstop tonight for the Grand Prairie AirHogs.
99, shortstop, number 21, Robbie Estrada.
Estrada batting .173 in the 37 games that he's played for Grand Prairie, so he's not doing well with the bat this season. Here's the pitch, and that one cuts the inside corner for a strike. Estrada has struck out 21 times. No balls and 1 strike. Lewson right back to work. He throws. That one is low for a ball. Evens up the count at 1-1. The Lemurs this year against the AirHogs, they're sitting at 4-3, so 4 wins and 3 losses. And the 1-1 pitch. Swung on a line drive. Leaping for the ball is Medeiros. He knocks it down. He tries to recover, but it's going to be a little bit too late to actually throw out the runner, Estrada. So a base hit there. Well, I'm thinking it's a base hit. Tough play for Jared Medeiros. That would indeed be a base hit. That's what they put it up on the board. So base hit for Estrada. That's the first hit of the game for the Grand Prairie AirHogs. Here comes Jamadric Magruder as we turn things over and go up to the top of the order. Second base runner tonight for the AirHogs. We're in the bottom of the third, no score. Now, so the Lemurs are 4-3 against Grand Prairie. They're 1-2 here this year, and they're 3-1 at home against the AirHogs this season. So runner at first. Estrada has 4 stolen bases. The pitch swung on a liner foul over on the left side. And that one went right over by the Lemurs relievers. And a lot of them jump up and act as if they're mad. It's faux mad. It's not real madness. No balls and 1 strike. So Magruder back into the batter's box. Magruder starting the day batting .242. The pitch swung on, and that one is grounded up the first baseline, but it's going to roll foul. In the Amarillo series, Magruder ended up picking up 7 hits. They played 5 games against Amarillo. They had a doubleheader on June 29th, so that was the first day of the series. And they played the regular series after that. So just 1 game every day after that. No balls and 2 strikes. The AirHogs ended up only winning 2 of the 5 ball games against Amarillo. The 0-2 pitch is high for a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lemurs looking for a double play ball. They have 1 out in the bottom of the third. Lewson holds the ball behind his back. He cradles that mitt next to his chest as he looks into Luke Bailey for a sign. Bailey will now go through the set of signs, and quickly Lewson takes one. Toss over to first base, and back in safely is Estrada. Magruder, drafted by the Seattle Mariners in the 9th round back in 2012. He was drafted out of Texas Tech University. And another toss over to first, and once again another tag, but it's a little bit late on Estrada. Magruder spent 2012 and 2013 in the Mariners organization. He reached up to A-ball. He played for the Clinton Lumber Kings in the Midwest League. Here's the 1-2, fastball low. So evens up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. In 2014, he played for the Dayton Dragons. That's a single A affiliate of the Reds. He appeared in 97 games for that organization and batted .235. The 2-2 pitch, the runner goes. The pitch is swung on and lined into center field. Right there is Devontae Richardson. He'll casually make the catch, and heading back to first base is Robbie Estrada.
The next voice you hear will be that of 13-year-old Tony.
So Jordy Hart now the batter.
Now batting, right fielder, Jordy Hart.
So Jordy Hart coming up for his second at bat of the night. He flew out to he popped out to the first baseman. Now it's Geiger who went back up the right field line just a little bit past first base to make the catch. No score, bottom of 3. Runner at first base and 2 down. Jordy Hart the batter, and he sees a curveball out of the hand of Matt Lucen. 1 ball and no strikes. Well, a comfortable day here in Grand Prairie, Texas. 88 degrees for our game time temperature. A little humid during the day, but looks like things have settled in to be a nice night here at the ballpark. 1 ball and no strikes. Lucen throws. The runner goes. The pitch is a check swing by the batter Jordy Hart, and the ball goes back up into the screen. So a foul ball on the check swing. And heading back to first base is Robbie Estrada. A 1-1 count, no score, bottom of 3. You might be looking at the field if you haven't watched a game here before with us on the broadcast. It's all turf down there. It's all turf except for around home plate and around the pitcher's mound. 1 ball and 1 strike. Estrada does not run this time, and a slider misses low and outside. A 2-1 count now to Jordy Hart. This is Jordy Hart's first season of professional baseball. He played one season at Sterling College after 3 at Utah Valley University. Those are the Wolverines in Utah Valley. 2 balls and 1 strike. He's got a very open stance, almost like he's playing softball out there. The 2-1 pitch. Misses someplace. A mystery pitch. That was a fastball. It looked like it was a strike on the outside part of the plate. But it goes for the Grand Prairie AirHogs, and it's now a 3 ball, 1 strike count to Jordy Hart. Lucen out of the stretch. The runner goes. The pitch is swung on and grounded up the middle. Right there, though, is Abel Nieves. He's behind the bag. He flips. He throws over to first base, and it's in time to get the out. Nicely done there by Abel. Abel was headed towards second base to cover the bag, and that took him right up the middle where the ball was hit. Otherwise, he probably wouldn't have gotten to that, and that probably would have been a base hit. So the runner breaking on the pitch helped out the Laredo Lemurs, and that's going to do it for the AirHogs. A very nice play by Nieves, going behind the bag and flipping the ball over to first base with this momentum heading away from first base. No score in the ball game. We're going to the top of the 4th. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
South Texas families never strike out with Driscoll Health Plan. Catch the value-added services we pitch to our Medicaid members. Enjoy a free membership to specific boys and girls clubs. Receive gift cards for completing Texas healthcare checkups. Restrictions and limitations may apply. Visit us at driscollhealthplan.com.
Todos sabemos que podemos lograr más cuando estamos listos. Por eso, decidí matricularme en Texas A&M International University. Quiero un título universitario y las oportunidades que me brindará. Tammy U me ha recibido a mí y a 7,000 estudiantes de todo el mundo. Tammy U me impulsa a ser grande, enciende mi mente y hace mi corazón latir. Imagina las posibilidades cuando eres impulsado por Tammy U.
Inscríbete ahora para verano y otoño. Visita tammyu.edu y sé impulsado.
3, 2, 1, number 1. That's Laredo's #1 Chevy dealer. Family Chevrolet turns the best day ever into the best month ever. 15% off, not good enough, but 25% off, now that makes it the best month ever. With over 600 vehicles available, makes it the best pricing ever. 2015 Equinox, 2015 Traverse, not 15, but 25% off. And the best financing rates for the best month ever, 1.9 interest. Family Chevrolet of Laredo.com. Come see why the deals are always better at Family Chevrolet.
Family Chevrolet is the #1 volume Chevy dealer for a reason. Every customer rides during our spring cleaning closeout sale with massive price cuts on 600 Chevys. New 2015 Chevy Cruze. How about 25% off MSRP? Wow, that's huge. Or only $199 a month. New 2015 Malibu for only $269 a month. Or 25% off MSRP. Plus 2 years free maintenance and a 100,000-mile warranty. It's a spring cleaning closeout sale happening now at the #1 volume Chevy dealer. Come see why the deals are always better at Family Chevrolet.
All right, Abel Nieves into the batter's box. We're ready to go with the top of the fourth, and a pitch is swung on, grounded over to the first baseman. He's there. He'll make a strong throw over to first base, and Abel Nieves is retired on one pitch. So here comes Kevin Taylor to the plate. No score in this one. We're in the top of the fourth inning. So Taylor and Phipps are due up next. Didn't give me a whole lot of time to tell you who was coming up to the plate. Abel Nieves went right up there hacking after making that nice play to end the bottom of the third inning for the Grand Prairie AirHogs with his little flip from behind the bag at second base over to the bag at first. So here's Taylor into the batter's box now. All the way in the very back of the batter's box. He's stepping on that back line. And the delivery from Oliver. Oliver will peg the inside corner with a strike. This is the first season of professional baseball for Blake Oliver. And he'll throw home on the 0-1. That one is low for a ball. Lefties are doing very well against Oliver, batting .485 against him, and they're slugging .818. So, of course, Kevin Taylor, a lefty, he's already got a base hit against him tonight. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball misses high and outside. He struck out one lefty in 37 batters faced this season and walked 4 of them. Here comes the 2-1 delivery. Swung in a line drive into left field. A base hit for Kevin Taylor. He takes that one the other way, gets a solid single. And those numbers do not lie, do they? So lefties are batting even better now against Blake Oliver. For some reason, he just does not throw well to left-handed batters. Lefties obviously see him very well. Here comes Dennis Phipps to the plate. So Dennis Phipps in his first at bat, he grounded into a double play with Kevin Taylor over at first base. So the Lemurs hoping that doesn't happen again. Blake Oliver holds the baseball behind his back as he'll come set. He'll peek over his shoulder at Kevin Taylor. And the pitch. A slider away. Blake Oliver was a senior at Sterling College in 2015, so just recently played some college baseball. He's a 2-time first-team All-KCAC player back in 2014 and in 2015. I have no idea what the KCAC is. I'm guessing that's the league that they play in for Sterling College. Here's the 1-0. Low and outside. I won't sit here and pretend like I know. It's disingenuous, right? Kevin Taylor, by the way, with 4 stolen bases on the season. Phipps stepping out of the batter's box quickly. He's looking at a 2-0 count. The Lemurs looking to strike here. There's no score in the ball game in the top of the fourth. The Lemurs have 3 hits, and the AirHogs have 1. Taylor has 2 of the hits for the Lemurs. The pitch, swung on in a high pop-up. Left field, actually, this is a little bit more than a pop-up. Cabrera's going back. He's at the warning track. He'll reach up and make the catch. A little bit to the left of the 366 marker. Now Taylor's tagging up, and he's heading over to second base. Well, good heads-up play there by Kevin Taylor to realize that, man, that ball went pretty deep out there, and I have a chance to tag up if it's caught, and he did just that. So Taylor will go up to second. Phipps hits a long fly out to left center field. That'll be the second out of the inning, and here comes Juan Silverio with a runner at second base for the Lemurs. Silverio grounded out to the shortstop in his first at bat of the night. No score here. One of several games being played in the American Association tonight. A full tilt of games in the AA. Of course, the 4th of July weekend, everybody will be going at it. It's a big weekend in the American Association. Here's the pitch. Pitch that misses low and outside. Of course, a lot of people with the time off over the weekend to come out and enjoy some baseball. Got a decent crowd here tonight for what we usually get in Grand Prairie when we come up here. 1 ball and no strikes. Taylor with his lead from second base. Oliver working out of the stretch. He'll check on second, kick and throw, and that's a slider low and outside. 2 balls and no strikes now to Silverio. So a little bit more about Blake Oliver at Sterling College. In 2015, he started 11 games and appeared in 3 others. He pitched in 74 1/3 innings and put up a 2.06 ERA. He put up a 10-2 record that year, just this last season. So 2 balls and no strikes. He looks like a pretty nice pitcher, though. We've seen him a couple of times now. The 2-0 pitch is low for a ball. So far this year against the Lemurs, he's 1-0. He has pitched in 7 innings, given up 6 hits with 2 runs, and has walked 4 batters. So that's his record coming into tonight's ball game against Laredo. 3 balls and no strikes. So Silverio trying to work a walk. Dustin Geiger's on deck. Oliver will throw home, and that one is a strike on the inside corner, a fastball just below the belt. So now it's 3 balls and 1 strike to Juan Silverio. So Oliver slowing things down here. He was working at a pretty good pace, but now with a runner at second base, he wants to get things to go at a little bit of a slower pace as the baseball comes out on the field. Looks like it came out of the Lemurs bullpen somehow. 3 balls and 1 strike. Actually, there's a young man down the left field line sitting on the grass berm down there, and he's the one that lost the ball. I was wondering, no one's throwing in the Lemurs bullpen. How did they possibly lose a baseball? The 3-1 pitch, curveball swung on and grounded foul. That goes chopping up over the dugout and actually hits the top of the dugout and goes bouncing up onto the concourse. So that one got by a few people in the stands. No score in the game. Top of the 4th inning. Lemurs have a runner at second base. So another reminder, a 6 o'clock game tomorrow night. 6:05 game time, and then they'll have the fireworks afterwards. So the fireworks extravaganza here. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. And Blake Oliver works out of the trouble for the Grand Prairie AirHogs. The Lemurs get a base hit. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We're going to the bottom of the 4th. We have no score. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to fewer guys with beer bellies, which led to more women attracted to those guys, which led to dates, second dates, wedding bells, and honeymoons, which led to hubbada, boom, which led to you. Miller Lights, we invented light beer, and you're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Crowd at the bar making you sweat?
Uh-huh.
Could you use some ice-cold refreshment?
You bet.
Then Coors Light may be right for you. Could result in epic nights, maximum refreshment, great times, awesome memories, high fives, smiles, Rocky Mountain refreshment, Blue Mountain refreshment, quadruple epic refreshment, killer parties, and totally refreshed killer parties. Ask your bartender for Coors Light today.
Definitely.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Capital Care EMS, located at 1510 Caida Norte Suite number 11, invites you to experience a new standard in medical transportation, servicing Laredo and all surrounding areas. Capital Care EMS provides transports to wound care treatments, HBO treatments, dialysis treatments, doctor's appointments, radiation treatments, chemotherapy treatments, and many more. From emergency medical transport to x-rays and lab work, our state-certified EMTs and paramedics are readily available 24 hours a day when you need them most. Capital Care EMS accepts most major medical insurances, including Medicare, Medicaid, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Aetna, and many more. Capital Care EMS is locally owned and operated. Call now for your free consultation. 956-712-8911. That's 956-712-8911. Capital Care EMS, creating a new standard in medical transportation. Capital Care EMS, the official ambulance of your Laredo Lemurs.
Right, Brian Myro stepping in against Lucen, and the first pitch is thrown, and it's a ball. No score here. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Bill Harrington coming to you live from the ballpark at Grand Prairie. That's what it's called now. And the pitch. A strike on the outside corner. That one gets a nice piece of the outside part of the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. It used to be called Quick Trip Park. And if you don't know what Quick Trip is, it is a local gas station. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and that's in there for a strike. Hits the inside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. I guess it's not just local, it's all over the place. We see them wherever we go in the American Association, Quick Trips. It's a place for gas and a place to stop to get some quick eats. Here's a foul ball over to the left, and that one is back over by the batting cages where the Grand Prairie AirHogs get their practice swings in over on the left side. 1 ball and 2 strikes, no score in the game. So Quick Trip is no longer a sponsor here. It's just simply called the ballpark at Grand Prairie. Fastball away to Brian Myro. Myro batting .222 on the season. Last year with the AirHogs, he hit .251 over 58 ball games. In 2013, he hit .274. Going back to 2012, though, he really blew it out. The 2-2 pitch is a little bit high. In 2012, in 92 ball games, he hit .364. He had 115 hits. Simply his best season in an AirHogs uniform. And the 3-2 misses, and that's the second time tonight that Myro has walked. He walked in his first at bat, and here again he walks in his second at bat, so he shows a good eye. He walks up to first base, and there's nobody out. And that is going to be the third base runner for the Grand Prairie AirHogs tonight. The Lemurs have 3 hits. The AirHogs have 1 so far. Here comes Victor Diaz to the plate. So Victor Diaz. We'll see a fastball on the outside corner for a strike. Right at the knees. A well-placed pitch there from starting pitcher Matt Lucen. And the next pitch grounded up the third baseline, foul. No balls and 2 strikes, so nice job there by Lucen to work ahead of the batter here. Lemurs would either love that double play ball or strikeout at this point with an 0-2 count. We'll see what Lucen throws at this point, though, because there's an 0-2 count, and he might just want to nibble. Doesn't probably want to get a whole lot of the plate here. The 0-2 pitch swung on, popped up into left field. It's actually going to have some carry to it. Going back is Taylor. He's on the warning track, and he'll make the catch. So Taylor has to go all the way back to the warning track to bring that one in. And there's 1 down with the runner at first base, and here comes Willie Cabrera. The ball is carrying a lot more than I think it is off the bats here tonight. So Willie Cabrera getting ready to step into the batter's box. Cabrera batting .375 through 13 games with Grand Prairie. He was the American Association Player of the Week for the week ending on August 17th of last year when he was with the St. Paul Saints. The pitch swung on and missed. Boy, he took a big back-breaking swing there. No balls and 1 strike. Cabrera had a 19-game hitting streak last season, which he hit .422 in. He had 35 hits over that span. No balls and 1 strike. Runner at first base and 1 out. Cabrera's got a lot of sway in his batting stance right now as it slows down as the pitch comes, and that one's on the outside corner, also a strike. No balls and 2 strikes. Cabrera has hit in 3 straight games, all of them against the Amarillo Thunderheads. In 2014, in 81 games with St. Paul, Cabrera hit in 81 ball games. He hit .317 over that time as he sees the fastball miss low. He had 20 doubles and 12 home runs. He had 39 RBIs. He struck out just 30 times in 235 at-bats. He was drafted by the Atlanta Braves in the 14th round back in 2005. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lucen checks on the runner at first base and throws home on the 1-2. Swung on a ground ball over to the right side. Nieves flips to Medeiros for 1. Back over to first base. It's a double play. And that's going to end things here for the Grand Prairie AirHogs. So just like that, the Lemurs heading back into the dugout, and we're going to the top of the 5th inning. We have no score here from Grand Prairie. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Right now, you could be working towards an exciting new career in business administration. At Catholic College Laredo, you'll have the chance to gain professional skills and hands-on training. Earning a business degree could open the door to new career opportunities in fields such as accounting, human resources, banking, and marketing. Start on the path to your new career at Kaplan College. Call 800-617-0800. Right now, you could be working towards an exciting new career in business administration. At Kaplan College Laredo, you'll have the chance to gain professional skills and hands-on training. Earning a business degree could open the door to new career opportunities in fields such as accounting, human resources, banking, and marketing. Start on the path to your new career at Kaplan College. Call 800-617-0800.
Kaplan College does not guarantee employment or career advancement. Information about programs at www.kaplancollege.com/consumer-info.
Today at Whataburger, we're cooking the Honey Mustard Whata Chicken Club. The chicken is hot and fresh. It's got melted Monterey Jack cheese topped with lettuce, tomato, bacon, and then the honey mustard adds a nice sweet flavor to it.
All the flavors come together just perfect. I mean, not only do I want to eat it, but I keep wanting to look at it.
The crunchiness of the bacon adds a really nice texture.
Honey mustard and chicken just go together. You know, sweet and savory, it's a perfect mix.
Try the new Honey Mustard Whata Chicken Club. Only at Whataburger for a limited time.
Hey Lemurs fans, every Thursday night at Uni-Trade Stadium is a Thirsty Thursday. Come on out and enjoy cold Miller Lite draft beers for only $1. That's right, beer for $1. You can get tickets online at LaredoLemurs.com or by phone at 956-7-LEMURS. I'll see you at the ballpark. Well, we just had a real-life marriage proposal here at the ballpark at Grand Prairie, and she said yes. It was actually very unique. I've never seen this one before. They actually were playing a trivia game up on top of the dugout, and when it was the gentleman's turn to play the trivia, it was like, you know, a couple playing against each other in trivia on top of the dugout, and when it was his turn to answer the question, he actually went into his marriage proposal, which was very unique. Here we go. Top of the 5th inning, Lemurs coming up to the plate, and the batter's Dustin Geiger. Geiger swings at the first ball and fouls it off. So a ground ball into foul territory. No balls and 1 strike. No score here in the top of the 5th inning. We're cruising right along on a Friday night. Hope you're enjoying your Friday night wherever you're at. The 0-1 pitch, swung on and a fly ball, hit well into left field. Cabrera's going back. He's at the warning track. He reaches over his head. No, it's going to bounce off of the wall instead. Going into second base with a stand-up double is Dustin Geiger. So he belted that one pretty good. Cabrera almost made a good play on it. He reached his mid up over his head to try to get a piece of it, and he just couldn't. So a double for Geiger, and the Lemurs are in business here with nobody out and a runner at second base. Kind of like the international tiebreaker that we saw the other day. That was pretty interesting, don't you think? If you were watching the Lemurs game the other day when they did the international tiebreaker, they started it on Wednesday. It went into Thursday because of the curfew that the American Association has. But we got to see it over the 11th and the 12th inning. And I liked it. I thought it was interesting. Here's Jeudy Valdez into the batter's box. The pitch. A fastball misses inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Not that I ever want to see games go into the 11th inning, but I did think it was fun. I thought it was interesting. You know, that was the first time this year the Lemurs had played extra innings baseball, and they ended up losing the ball game to the Joplin Blasters. 1 ball and no strikes. No score here. Runner at second base. Oliver throws, and that one is in tight. Might have been a little bit high as well. So we'll take a look at the scoreboard from around the American Association. We're in the top of the 5th here, so time to take a look. I usually try to look at it in the 4th inning, but we've been moving so quickly, forgot all about it. 2 balls and no strikes. Joplin's up 1-0 over Lincoln right now. They're in the top of the 4th in their ball game. Blake Oliver working out of the stretch. He sets at the belt. He peeks back at second and throws home. Swing and a miss. So Jeudy Valdez now looking at a 2-1 count. He's going to back out of the batter's box and think about what might be coming next. A 2-1 count. The Ottawa champions, they're beating the Winnipeg Goldeyes 2-0. The Ottawa champions of the Can-Am League. So Oliver out of the stretch. He'll set just above the belly button. And the 2-1, a slider that's bunted at and bunted foul over by the on-deck circle with the Grand Prairie AirHogs. Get their swings in before coming up to the plate. So now it's a 2-2 count. Wichita 3, Amarillo 0. Amarillo left here and went up to Wichita to play some baseball. The Lemurs will be heading up to Wichita next. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the Lemurs will play here for 3 games, and then they have 4 games in Wichita. Gary and Kansas City playing ball. They're in the bottom of the 4th, no score. 2 balls and 2 strikes for the Lemurs. The batter is Jeudy Valdez. The pitch. Swung on a ground ball, chopped up to the shortstop Estrada. He'll backhand it. He'll set. He'll throw the ball into the grass, what normally would be grass, but it's turf here, and it's not going to be in time to get Jeudy Valdez out. So an infield single for Valdez. as Estrada had to go pretty deep into the hole to get to that ball. So now the Lemurs with runners at first and second base and nobody out. Well, we'll see what Luke Bailey does here. Luke Bailey has been known to hit a few home runs in his time. In fact, he has 8 right now in the American Association. So the Lemurs might just let him swing away, but it is a tight ball game. There's no score, so it wouldn't be too bad if the Lemurs tried to move him up with a bunt. Try to get those two guys in the scoring position. Jared Medeiros is on deck. Well, if I'm manager Pete Gavilia, I let Bailey swing away just because of the power that he's shown this year. He shows bunts at the ball up the third baseline, charging the baseballs. The third baseman, Ho'opi'i, he'll throw over to first base, and the out's going to be complete. But the sac bunt is complete as well as both runners move up. And a nice 5-3 put out there by Ridge Ho'opi'i, the third baseman. He could have let that go. It probably would have rolled foul. But instead, he decides to play the ball. And he gets the out over at first base. So Luke Bailey does his job. High fives all around for him when he goes back into the dugout. Here's Jared Medeiros. So now runners at second and third for the Lemurs. No score in the game, and the Lemurs trying to break open the goose egg. So now the infield's going to play in for the Grand Prairie AirHogs. Here's some more scores for you. Sioux City's up 3-0 over Sioux Falls. They're in the bottom of the third inning, playing in Sioux City. So Medeiros into the batter's box. He grounded out to the shortstop in his first at bat. Oliver throws home, and that one swung on and tapped foul. Just going to roll a little bit over to the right. Well, a slight breeze blowing tonight. It's about 5 to 8 miles an hour here this evening out towards left field. No balls and 1 strike. Not a wind that's going to do a whole lot to baseballs. We have seen some good balls hit so far this evening, though. A lot of stuff that's gone out to the warning track. At least 3 balls have gone out to the warning track that have been put into the air. Oliver sets on the 0-1. Here's the pitch. Swung in a liner right at the shortstop, Estrada. He grabs it, looks back at both bags, and nobody is off that far for him to make another play. So a put out there, Medeiros hit the ball right on the screws, but he hits it right to the shortstop, Estrada, and Estrada puts it away. So now it's going to be up to the hot-hitting Devontre Richardson. Richardson 1 for 2 in the ball game. Picked up a base hit back in the first inning to extend his hitting streak to 18 games. Abel Nieves is on deck if the Lemurs can get to him. Remember, the Lemurs had a leadoff double by Dustin Geiger, who's over there at third base right now. Lemurs would love to get him home at the minimum. Here's a pitch that's in the dirt, spiked in the dirt by the starting pitcher, Blake Oliver. That one might have got a piece of the catcher underneath the chest protector there between the throat and the mask area. He's staying down on his knees and has his mask up. Now he'll put it on. He seems to be all right. 1 ball and no strikes. So Geiger's at third base. Jehudi Valdez over at second. And the throw on the 1-0. Swung on and missed. 1 ball and 1 strike. You never know. This could be the only chance the Lemurs get tonight. You know, both Matt Lucen and Blake Oliver are pitching very well in the beginning of this ball game. It's not even the beginning anymore. We're right in the middle of it. We're in the 5th with no score. Oliver throws home on the 1-1. A fastball high and outside. That one barely missed. The home plate umpire, Taylor Payne, did not ring up the Devontre Richardson on the strike there. A lot of the fans here thought it was a strike. It was a close pitch. I would not have been surprised that that was called a strike. But a 2-1 count now to Devontre Richardson. Oliver taking his time, getting into the stretch. He'll throw the 2-1 pitch, and that one spiked in the dirt again. Nice job by the catcher, Zane Chavez, to keep it in front of him. That ball hit Zane Chavez right in the midsection. He moved over just a little bit over to his right. The ball hit him right in the middle of the chest. He does a nice job blocking the plate back there when baseballs are coming in at him. He's been a pretty impressive catcher. There's a lot of good catchers in this league. A lot of guys that are fun to watch from from back here where we sit in the press box. A 3-1 count. The delivery. And that's a strike on the outside corner, a fastball. Make it 3 balls and 2 strikes now. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Geiger's at third. Valdez is at second. And the Lemurs trying to get a run. Open bag over at first base, so the starting pitcher, Blake Oliver, does not have to come in here. The pitch. Swung on and missed. A slider. And that's going to do it. Strike 3 for Richardson, and that's going to end the inning. The Lemurs strand a leadoff double. And they strand 2 batters as well. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. We're going to the bottom of the 5th inning. No score in this one. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Texas Inflatable Rentals has Laredo's largest water slides. We're proud to say that we serve the greater Laredo area and supply slip sliding fun for kids of all ages. Texas Inflatable Rentals has a huge selection of inflatables for every budget. And to add to the party, we rent tables, chairs, snow cone machines, popcorn machines, and cotton candy machines that will help take your party to the next level. We also have moonwalks and bounce houses. Contact Texas Inflatable Rentals at 956-436-3909 or at texasinflatablerentals.com and book with the coupon code LEMURS for a 10% discount. That's Texas Inflatable Rentals, Laredo's largest water slide.
Driscoll Health Plan loads the bases with value. We knock it out of the park with all the value-added services we bring to our Medicaid members. Driscoll families cheer on the Grand Slam packages, sports physicals, free memberships to Boys and Girls Clubs, and dental care for pregnant women over 21. Take a swing at our baby showers offered by Cadena de Madre. Forget those peanuts and Cracker Jacks, root for our baby blankets and more. Come slide into home when you receive gift cards for completing Texas Health Steps checkups and attending postpartum visits on time. Don't miss a play. Restrictions and limits may apply. Visit DriscollHealthPlan.com.
Looking to travel this summer? If the year-round flights to Las Vegas aren't fit for you, take advantage of Allegiant's direct flights from Laredo International Airport to Orlando. For as low as $119 round trip, you and your family can be in Orlando in 2.5 hours. Fly in comfort from your Laredo International Airport. Visit Allegiant.com for details and specials. All right, Zane Chavez is going to step into the batter's box for the Grand Prairie AirHogs. He'll be the first hitter against Matt Lucen. Well, both pitchers doing very well so far tonight for their respective clubs. And Matt Lucen back up on the hill now for the Laredo Lemurs as he tries to dice up the Grand Prairie AirHogs in the bottom of the 5th. The fastball hits the outside corner. Good pitch there to open up the inning. Matt Lucen posted a 2-2 record so far this year and a 4.88 ERA as he throws another strike on the outside part of the plate. Zane Chavez lined out to right in his first at bat. Lucen coming off a game where he actually pitched against this very same team, the Grand Prairie AirHogs. The 0-2 swung on a ground ball foul up the first baseline. Lucen only made it through 4 innings in that ball game. He did not get a decision that night. The Lemurs went on to win the game 4-3 over Grand Prairie. That was the walk-off win when Luke Bailey picked up a single and drove in 2 runs for the Lemurs to walk it off in the bottom of the 9th inning. It was actually the very same pitching matchup with Blake Oliver on the mound to start the game. He also did not get a decision in the game. Here's the 0-2, swung on and missed, strike 3. Lucen rears back and fires a BB there. So 1 down in the inning. And here comes Ridge Ho'opa'i.
Third baseman, Ridge Ho'opa'i Haslam.
So Lucen's best outing so far of the year came up in Fargo on June 7th. He pitched 7 1/3 that day. Gave up 3 runs. 2 of them were earned on 7 hits. That seems to be his magic number. He's given up 7 hits a lot in his outing so far this year as the first pitch to Ho'opa'i misses up. In his 8 games that he's pitched in, 5 of the games he's given up 7 hits as Ho'opa'i fouls this one off. He's also kept the runs down pretty much. He's only slipped 1 time during the season where he gave up 5 runs against the Lincoln Salt Dogs back at home. The Lemurs went on to win the game 9-5. So that was really the only big slip up there. He's given up 5 runs that day. All the other days he's given up 3 or less. The 1-1. That is low for a ball. But you look at his overall record, it's 2 wins and 2 losses. He's got 4 no decisions so far this year. But when he pitches, the Lemurs win their ball games. The Lemurs are 6-2 in his starts. The 2-1 swung on and a foul ball back to the screen. So that's definitely a good sign when the team goes on to win. That means you're keeping the team in the game, even though you might lead the game and you don't end up getting a decision. At least the team's in the game. You know, you're not throwing up a lot of blowouts. By the way, that game against Lincoln, when he gave up those 5 runs, he went 4 2/3 that day, and the Lemurs ended up winning 9-5. The 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball swung on, and that one's tapped off the plate and a roll over by the Lemurs dugout. So the count will stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. No score, bottom of 5. Ridge Ho'opa'i, the batter from Hawaii. He's got a 2-2 count on him. Here it comes, a curveball, misses high. Nice thought there by Matt Lewson. He tried to dump that one in and get it to go right between the letters and the knees there, and he couldn't get it to do it. Here's the 3-2. Fastball swung on and fouled back. Ho'opa'i right on that one. So Matt Lewson was a Cubs prospect. He was drafted in the 23rd round by the Cubs back in 2010. He was drafted out of Jacksonville University. He spent 5 seasons in the Cubs organization, and he posted a 30-win and 24-loss record with a 4.39 ERA through 105 games. He made 84 starts in the Cubs minor league system. Here comes the 3-2 deal. Swung on and a fly ball over to the right side, but that's going to get out of play. So a foul ball. Lewson made it as high as Double-A Tennessee with the Cubs organization, spending a total of 3 seasons at that level. And while he was in Daytona playing high A ball in the Florida State League, he threw a no-hitter against the Dunedin Blue Jays back on July 8th of 2013. He walked only 2 batters that day. The Daytona Cubs won 7-0. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swung on and a late emergency swing there. The ball is grounded over by the Grand Prairie AirHogs dugout on the first base side. So another full count pitch coming up. That no-hitter, by the way, it was the first Daytona Cubs no-hitter since 1996 when Kerry Wood, Darrell Brown, and Brandon Hammock combined to throw a no-no for Daytona. Here's a pitch, grounded over to the right side. Abel Nieves in front of it. He'll fling it over to first base, and Geiger's there to make the catch, and that's going to do it for Ridge Ho'opa'i. So 2 up and 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And Chris Elder coming up to the plate now. No score here. A very well-pitched game on both sides. Both Matt Lewson and Blake Oliver have been very impressive in this ballgame. Chris Elder, by the way, he flew out to left field in his first at-bat. That came back in the 3rd inning. In 2012, Lewson made the Florida State All-Star team in the Florida State League. He made the Florida State League All-Star team. In 2013, he earned Florida State League Pitcher of the Week honors after throwing 6 shutout innings while allowing only 4 hits and striking out a season-high 8 batters in a 4-0 win over the Dunedin Blue Jays. He really liked to stop the Dunedin Blue Jays, that's for sure. The 0-1 delivery is a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike to Chris Elder. So, yeah, he threw the no-hitter against the Dunedin Blue Jays and then gets Pitcher of the Week honors after shutting down the Dunedin Blue Jays the following season. Actually, it was the same year, excuse me. Here's the pitch, the 1-1, swung on a line drive over the glove of Geiger. That goes down the right field line. Head into second base. No, he's going to pull up at first, is Elder. Phipps got to that ball very quickly. He turned the bag quickly and then put on the brakes. So a single for Chris Elder. And the AirHogs have a base runner. The AirHogs have had a base runner in every inning except for the second when they were retired in order. But no one has come in to score, just like the Laredo Lemurs. The Lemurs went down in order twice so far tonight, but the other 3 innings they had base runners, but still have not been able to bring anybody around. Here's Robbie Estrada, the number 9 hitter, and a pickoff play goes over at first base, but the ball gets away from the first baseman, and heading up to second base is Chris Elder. So Lewson throws one away over at first, and that's going to be an error on him. Really, one of the only blemishes that has gone against Matt Lewson tonight. So we'll see if he can work out of the trouble here with a runner at second base. By the way, that's the first runner to reach second base for the AirHogs this evening. Everybody else has just gotten to first. 5 hits for the Lemurs, 2 hits for the AirHogs. The Lemurs have made 1 error, and it's right there against Matt Lewson. So Elder with his lead from second. Here's the pitch to Estrada, and that one misses low. 1 ball and no strikes. Well, Lewson cannot let that affect him. He has to go right after this batter, just like he has been doing with the rest of the batters so far tonight. He holds the ball behind his back as he gets the sign from Luke Bailey. He'll throw the 1-0 pitch. That one's off the tip of the glove of the catcher, Bailey. It's going to go all the way back to the wall. And that should be a pass ball on Bailey. Definitely a catchable pitch. And Robbie Estrada coming up to the plate. Bailey may have been crossed up, but that one definitely was catchable. It ticked off of his mitt and went all the way back to the wall. So now with the pass ball, if that run comes in to score, it's going to be an unearned run. No score here in the bottom of the 5th. Would have been an unearned run anyway. Well, if this batter gets out, but depending on what happens after that. Here's the 2-0. Misses low. 3 balls and no strikes. So all of a sudden, things aren't going Lewson's way. Runner at third base and a 3-0 count. The pitch is low. That's ball 4. So Lewson loses Estrada, and now there's runners at the corners for the AirHogs, and 2 down. So the Lemurs just 1 out away from getting out of this. But things have looked like as if they have changed all of a sudden. That just comes with 1 batter reaching base. So we go up to the top of the order for Jamajic Magruder. Of course, the Lemurs can get the momentum right back with getting an out. Magruder has flown out twice to center field tonight. So Magruder into the batter's box. Let's see if Estrada tries to take off. He doesn't go here, and the pitch is low for a ball. 1-0. Jordy Hart is on deck. Lewson working out of the stretch. He looks over and checks on the runner at first base. And it's creeping out to his lead at first is Robbie Estrada. Over at third base is Chris Elder. A 1-0. That one misses someplace. And now here comes Mike Meyer out of the dugout for the Laredo Lemurs. We're going to have a meeting on the mound real quick. All of a sudden, just Lewson has fallen off the track a little bit. It's nothing that can't be fixed with a good pitch. And Mike Meyer obviously needs to help out Matt Lewson to help him get back into the strike zone. He's not getting the close ones either. Home plate umpire Taylor Payne is not giving out the close pitches to Matt Lewson. Now, I'm not behind home plate. I'm actually sitting, I would say, the left-handed batter's box extended, so I don't have the great angle from behind home plate, but I can tell if the ball is high or low pretty well. 2 balls and no strikes. So the meeting of the minds is done at the mound, and Magruder will head back up into the batter's box. Runners at the corners for the AirHogs with 2 down in the bottom of the 5th inning. So Mike Meyer with some words of wisdom to Matt Lewson. And Lewson throws, and that pitch is outside. 3-0. So now he's in danger of walking Jamajic Magruder. And you can bet that Magruder, or at least you would think, he's going to be taking a pitch here. Lewson fires away. That one is ball 4. It misses low. So now the bases are loaded for Grand Prairie. 2 walks in the inning and a base hit. There was 2 outs really quick. Both Zane Chavez got out and Ridge Ho'opa'i got out. And then a base hit by Chris Elder, and then the error by the pitcher throwing over to first base. And since then, the wheels have fallen off. Not completely off, though. There's still no score, and the Lemurs can get out of this with an out. So here's Jordy Hart into the batter's box. A runner at every base for Grand Prairie. No score in the ball game, and now Lewson will put his foot into the rubber as the Home plate umpire calls timeout. A lot of thinking going on down there right now. Lucen will fire away, and that one is a strike on the outside part of the plate, right below the belt, a fastball. So Lucen goes right back to the bread and butter of the fastball. He gets a strike to start things off, and that's where he wants to be. He did not want to fall behind Jordy Hart after walking the last two batters. You got to show that you can get into the strike zone. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one's in the dirt, blocked. No, it gets away from Luke Bailey coming home, and the tag by Lucen is not in time, and coming in, sliding in is Chris Elder. It's a 1-0 lead for the Grand Prairie AirHogs. So a wild pitch scores the run. Bailey tried to block it. He did his best, but it was a breaking ball in the dirt, and it went right to his right, and he had to get up and go running after it. Lucen got to the plate pretty quickly and put the tag down, but it was not in time to get the out. So everybody else moves up. Estrada up to third base and Magruder up to second. 1-0 AirHogs. Just something small, just like a wild pitch. Can make a big difference real fast. A 1-1 count to Jordy Hart. He's 0 for 2 on the day. He popped out to the first baseman in his first at bat, and he grounded out to second back in the third. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Lucen sets. He throws quickly, and it's a breaking ball that's low and outside. Luke Bailey had to dig his glove into the ground to make sure he caught that one. A 2-1 count. Now Luke Bailey looking down at third base. He might want to try a pickoff move here with Juan Silverio. I would not be surprised if I saw Bailey throw down to third base after the look that Bailey just gave down to third. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And Bailey comes out of his crouch looking to throw. And he holds on to the baseball. I'm guessing that the runner Estrada wasn't that far off, at least far off enough for Bailey to make a throw and to take a chance. So now it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Sometimes that's all you need is just a quick look over at the player, and usually that'll pretty much be the signal. The 3-1, low and outside, ball 4. Another walk delivered for Lucen. That's going to be the 3rd walk he's throwing up this inning. Now the bullpen's going to get going for the Lemurs. So you saw a bunch of guys pop up and start moving around. Yohan Montero is going to start throwing for Laredo. 1-0 Grand Prairie. Well, Myro's already walked twice tonight. He was the only guy that had walked up until this inning. So 5 total walks thrown up by Lucen. The bases are loaded and 2 down. Myro swings and hits a ball down the right field line. It's on the ground and it keeps on going, and it's a fair ball. Estrada's in. Here comes Magruder. He's going to score. Right behind him is Hart. All 3 batters come in to score for the Grand Prairie AirHogs, and they jump out to a 4-0 lead just like that. A double down the right field line for Myro. So Lucen fell into trouble very, very quickly there. He got those first 2 batters out, and next thing you know, things are going crazy. So 3 runs come in to score on that double by Brian Myro. And Victor Diaz is now the batter. A quick visit from Luke Bailey up to Lucen. And Bailey taking his time getting back behind home plate. And manager Pete Incavillo is out talking to the first base umpire, Art Thigpen. I think he wanted to talk to him about that ball being fair or foul. So he'll head back into the dugout. It's going to stay a fair ball. And Victor Diaz is 0 for 2 in the ball game, looking for his first hit. And the pitch to Diaz, a fastball misses low and outside. 1-0. 4 runs on 3 hits for the AirHogs. 3 walks to the AirHogs in this inning, and all 3 of those batters have come in to score. The 1-0. Swung on and missed. So 1 ball and 1 strike. On deck is Willie Cabrera for Grand Prairie. Well, the AirHogs sit with a record of 15 wins and 25 losses, but sometimes they just explode for some runs, and the Lemurs have had a tough time against them. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and popped foul. The Lemurs actually have a better record against winning teams than they do against losing teams in the American Association South Division, which is kind of odd. So basically, they're getting up and winning ball games against the good teams, and they're just not getting up for the teams that aren't that good. Here's the 1-2, at least by record. A swing and a miss. There's strike 3, and that's going to do it for the AirHogs, but not before they come up with 4 runs on the inning. They get 4 runs on 2 hits. There were 3 walks and 1 left. There was also an error in the inning. We're going to go to the top of the 6th. The Lemurs are down 4-0.
We are officially...
Texas Outlaw Grill is a proud sponsor of your Laredo Lemurs, specializing in outlaw delicacies such as the Texican, the Gringo, and the Bandit hot dog and their ever-famous barbecue burger. Be the first to try their groundbreaking Cabrito hamburger and Cabrito hot dog. For all to-go orders, catering, and fundraising information, go by 5209 Springfield Suite number 4 or call 956-771-1990. That's Texas Outlaw Grill.
Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, the official team doctors of your Laredo Lemurs. Now with 2 convenient locations to better serve you. Our north location is located at 9652 McPherson Road, Suite 12. Our south location is located at 5102 State Highway 359. Laredo Sports Medicine offers an array of services from physical therapy to our newest service, orthopedic surgery. Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic is changing orthopedic care 1 athlete at a time. Visit our website at laredosportsmed.com for more information.
This summer, Allegiant will increase to 4 weekly flights to Las Vegas, Nevada. If gambling in Vegas isn't your thing, Allegiant is also increasing to 2 weekly flights to Orlando. Enjoy the Disney theme parks, Legoland, Universal Studios, SeaWorld, and the Kennedy Space Center. Flying comfort from your Laredo International Airport. Visit Allegiant.com for details and specials.
Welcome to Whataburger. Today we're cooking the sweet and spicy bacon burger.
Wow, it's beautiful.
2 beef patties, American cheese, Monterey Jack cheese, bacon, grilled onions, the sweet and spicy pepper sauce.
Sweet in the front and then the spicy in the back. I like it. I like it a lot.
So it's like a perfect balance, and then that bacon right there, it adds crunchiness.
I'd get back in line and get another one, I'll tell you that much.
Sweet spicy bacon burger. Come down to Whataburger. It's only here for a limited time.
All right, for the Lemurs, it's going to be Nieves starting things off, and then Kevin Taylor and Dennis Phipps will continue the inning for Laredo. Blake Oliver staying on the mound for the AirHogs as we go to the top of the 6th inning, and a rough bottom of the 5th for the Laredo Lemurs as 4 runs come in to score. A fastball there to Abel Nieves, and it's in there for a strike, 0-1. So the Lemurs give up 4 runs in the bottom of the 5th. 3 of the batters walked. All 3 of those batters come in to score. The 0-1 swung on a ground ball up the third baseline, foul. The Lemurs haven't been doing a nice job lately, though, of coming back in ball games. They made 4 comebacks last week. In fact, in one of the games, they came back twice, the game that ended up going to 12 innings, but they ended up losing that game. They won 3 of the comeback games that they had. So definitely a good sign that the Lemurs are starting to do that. Here's the 0-2, and that one misses low and outside. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Abel Nieves. Nieves on the day. He's 0 for 2, looking for his first base hit of the night. And the pitch. A slider in the dirt. So make it 2 balls and 2 strikes to Abel. Nieves, a right-handed batter, waves the bat over the plate a few times. And here's the pitch from Oliver. That one swung on and a foul ball a little bit over my head, a little bit over to my right as well. I could actually see the seams on that one coming up here. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bell Nieves this season against Grand Prairie. He has picked up 8 hits and 26 at-bats. And the 2-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. There's a base hit, so make it 9 hits for Abel Nieves on the year against the Grand Prairie AirHogs. So he singles up the middle there. So the Lemurs get things going here in the top of the 6th. They had things going in the top of the 5th inning. It was a leadoff double by Dustin Geiger for the Lemurs. And then Jeudy Valdez singled after that, and the Lemurs had runners at 2nd and 3rd base. After the sac bunt was laid down by Luke Bailey. Actually, it was not a base hit for Jeudy Valdez. That was a walk, I believe. I put it down as a base hit in my scorebook, though. So into the batter's box, Kevin Taylor. Taylor with 2 hits so far tonight. He bounces this one over to the first baseman, corralling at Diaz. Diaz will flip to short for 1, back over to first base, and it's a wild throw. It goes over by the AirHogs dugout and will bounce around a little bit. Kevin Taylor's going to head up to second base. So the out is made over at first on the 3-6 putout. Excuse me, at second. Kevin Taylor is going to go to second base. He reaches on a fielder's choice, and then the error by the shortstop on the wild throw to send him up to second base. So the Lemurs have a runner at second and 1 down. Okay, so Valdez did get a hit. I was wondering how Dustin Geiger in the 5th inning did not move up on a base hit, but he apparently had an infield hit, so kept the runner at second base. Here's Dennis Phipps into the batter's box. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game with a runner at second base. 4-0 Grand Prairie. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung, and that's grounded over to the right side, and that'll get in to right field for a base hit. Here comes the throw as it's going to be cut off by the first baseman Diaz as Taylor's going to stay over at third base. So Phipps with a single. And runners at first and third now for Laredo. Stepping into the batter's box is Juan Silverio. So Lemurs trying to get to Blake Oliver. They picked up 2 base hits in the inning. Oliver has been a tough customer for the AirHogs tonight up on the hill. So Silverio into the batter's box. He's 0 for 2. Looking to break out of that little 0 for 2 here. The pitch. Breaking ball swung on and grounded foul. That'll get over by the Lemurs dugout at the very end of the Lemurs dugout. In fact, there's a camera well down there, and that's where the ball bounced. Into the camera well. No balls and 1 strike. Oliver towing the first base side of the rubber as he looks in and gets the sign from the catcher, Zane Chavez. He'll peek over his shoulder and look at Dennis Phipps over there at first base. The 0-1 pitch is low and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. I tell you what, Blake Oliver really gets things going slow when runners get on base. He'll work pretty quickly when there's nobody on, but once guys get on base, man, he'll bring it to a dead halt. He's got a 1-1 count. And he throws, and that is a fastball low. 2 balls and 1 strike. And I'm wondering if it's just a control mechanism for the guys out there on the hill. You know, you see guys like Greg Holly and Scott Gardner working very quickly up there on the mound. You just get the ball right back and fire it, and that's pretty much in any situation. I think that helps out your defense, helps keep the defense on the toes a little bit better. A 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. Swung and a ground ball over to the shortstop. Estrada flips over to McGruder. McGruder will throw wild over to first base. Diaz has to come off the bag, and the Lemurs score a run. So safe at first base is Juan Silverio, and it's now a 4-1 ball game. So Phipps is out for the second out of the inning, but Juan Silverio safe at first on the fielder's choice. And a run comes in to score for Laredo. So a 4-1 game, so the Lemurs get at least 1 back. And Dustin Geiger now stepping up to the plate for the Lemurs. Well, Geiger with 1 swing in the back can change the face of this ball game. He has hit 8 home runs this year, 7 of them with Wichita, 1 of them in a Lemurs uniform. The pitch. Fastball swung on a hard hit ground ball over to the third baseman, Hopi. Hopi will go the short way over to second base, and that's all the AirHogs need. So in the inning, no runs, 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 left. We're going to go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's 4-1 Grand Prairie. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to people wondering L-I-T-E, that's how you spell light, which led to people thumbing through their dictionaries, which led to there's got to be a better way to look up words, which led to the invention of spell check, which led to better resumes, promotions, celebrations, and happy hour. Miller Lite, we invented light beer and happy hour. You're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Do you want to sit in a car for 7 hours, risk a flat tire, traffic, or highway construction delays? Fly direct from Laredo International Airport to Dallas-Fort Worth on American Airlines. From Dallas, you can change planes and take a flight to Tokyo, London, or even Rio de Janeiro. With 4 daily arrivals and departures, American Airlines is sure to have a connection that works best for you. So avoid spending hours in the car or risk an accident on the highway or even a flat tire. Fly in comfort from Laredo International Airport. Visit AA.com for details and to book a reservation.
Uni-Trade continues to provide solutions in foreign trade through a highly satisfactory customs brokerage service. Uni-Trade has quality trained personnel devoted to the highest level of customer service. For all your transportation, distribution, and consolidation needs, it's Uni-Trade.
There's a reason why Popeyes creates some of the best tasting chicken in the world. We were born in New Orleans, Louisiana, the land of good fun and great cooking. Spicy flavor is a way of life in New Orleans, and everything we make reflects it. From our Popeyes bona fide chicken and handcrafted tenders to our home-style mashed potatoes with Cajun gravy and our soft buttery biscuits, everything we make is made with care and served up fresh. Only at Popeyes.
All right, Matt Lucen staying in the game for the Laredo Lemurs as we head to the 6th inning, bottom of the 6th. Lucen gave up those 4 runs in the 5th against the Grand Prairie AirHogs, and it's now a 4-1 ball game as the Lemurs got a run back there in the top of the 6th inning. So here's Willie Cabrera to start things off for Grand Prairie. And Matt Lucen will go immediately into the windup and the pitch, a fastball in the outside corner. So Matt Lucen looking to get back to his old self that he had earlier in this ball game. He was looking so good up until he got to the 5th inning. The 0-1, and that one is swung on and missed, a high fastball. Ooh, that one was coming in there good. So quickly, no balls and 2 strikes, and once again, Lucen attacking the plate. So thinking things over is Willie Cabrera before he steps back into the box. Lucen is ready to go. And now timeout's called. Yeah, I told you Lucen was ready to go. He wanted to get that ball and throw it. When he's feeling good, he wants to throw that ball. So no balls and 2 strikes. He'll deal here. That one is swung and fouled back. It'll get back up and hit the aluminum siding here at the ballpark. This ballpark is made to look like a air hangar. There's a lot of aluminum siding. You can hear it ting when it hits the suite level up here. We got a lot of neat things that are art, works of art. As here's a ground ball up the middle, ranging for Medeiros, right by the bag at second. He'll throw over to first base, and that'll get the runner out. So Willie Cabrera is retired. Now they got a lot of neat metal artwork throughout the stadium up here on the suite level. I'll actually take a couple pictures tomorrow and put them up on the Twitter for you so you can see them. But they're like metal baseball bats, and they have some balls, and they have big old airplanes made out of what looks like baseball bats and stuff. So they kind of incorporated baseball and the flying theme all together here at the ballpark. The pitch. Zane Chavez takes a strike on the inside corner. No balls and 1 strike. It's 4-1 Grand Prairie. And the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and a high pop-up over to the right. And that'll get out of play. Lemurs down 3. Zane Chavez batting in the 6th hole tonight for Grand Prairie. No balls and 2 strikes. So once again, Matt Lucen works ahead of the count. No balls and 2 strikes to a batter here this inning. He got it way ahead of Willie Cabrera, and now he's way ahead of Zane Chavez. Lucen fires away, and that one is outside for a ball. He tried to come close over there, but he misses with a 1-2 count now. And the 1-2 pitch, and that one is inside. It actually goes all the way back to the screen. Luke Bailey couldn't even get a glove on it. Bailey may have been crossed up there. He really didn't even try to catch the ball. I think he was looking for something outside, and he got something that was way inside. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung and a fly ball over to the left side. Ranging for it's Taylor, and that's going to get back out of play. So it lands up on the grass berm down the left field line. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Chavez. Lemurs down 4-1. 7 hits for Laredo, 3 hits for the AirHogs in the ballgame. The AirHogs have picked up big hits. When it counted, a double by Brian Myro to drive in 3 runs in the last half inning. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, and that one is fouled away. Off to the left as well. Now it's going to get up on the concourse once again. So Zane Chavez getting some bullets out of the gun of Matt Lucen with the foul balls. Lucen winds and throws on the 2-2. A curveball swung on, hit down the right field line this time, and that's going to go foul. So Chavez way out in front of that one. Pulls it foul. So another 2-2 pitch. Here it is, a ground ball up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit. Abel Nieves was playing very well over the pool for Zane Chavez, so Abel Nieves was nowhere close to getting to that baseball. So a base hit for Chavez, and Ridge Ho'opi'i coming up to the plate. Now what happened here? Did he actually foul that ball off of his leg? Zane Chavez coming back down, and he's going to get back into the batter's box. That ball was grounded off of his leg, apparently. So it's a foul ball, and that one had a lot of scoot to it. Kind of surprised that was grounded off of himself. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, and that one is a dribble up the first baseline foul. So Ridge Ho'opi'i is not in the batter's box. That's Zane Chavez taking his swings again. I don't think the scorekeeper knows what's going on because you got no count up there. There they go. They just put it back up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I think a lot of people were fooled, except one of the umpires caught it. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That one is low and inside. The way the ball came off the bat had a lot of velocity to it on the ground, and it did not look as if it hit Zane Chavez. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. So after a valiant fight there by Chavez, he strikes out.
Ridge Ho'opi'i Haslam.
So Ho'opi'i coming up to the plate. And there's 2 outs in the inning, so Matt Lucen trying to rebound here and send the AirHogs down in order. 4-1 Grand Prairie in the bottom of the 6th inning. The first pitch to Ho'opi'i is way outside. So 1 ball and no strikes to Ridge. Ridge is 0 for 2 in the game. In fact, both Zane Chavez and Ridge Ho'opi'i led off the 5th inning. And both of them got out, and then the rally started. As here's a line drive down the left field line, a fair ball. That's very fair. Ho'opi'i around first. He's heading to second base. Here comes the throw from Taylor. It's a good one. The tag is in time, but the ball falls out of the mitt of Abel Nieves on the tag, and Ho'opi'i is going to be safe. The throw was on the money. The tag was down. The Lemurs second baseman, though, Abel Nieves, wasn't able to hold on to the baseball after the tag. So he came down and hit the shoulder of Ridge Ho'opi'i, and the ball popped out of the mitt. So So that'll be a double for Ho'opi, and Chris Elder coming up to the plate. 4-1 the score. AirHogs in the lead in the bottom of the 6th inning. So Chris Elder reached on a base hit in his last at bat. He was the first one to come in to score on the night. So Lucen working out of the stretch with a runner at second. Now Madero sneaking in behind the runner, and a quick tag, and it's not in time. So Matt Lucen and Maderos trying to get together for a pickoff move, and Maderos was there. Matt Lucen made a good throw as well. A 1-0 count. Lucen will throw home this time, and the pitch is on the outside corner for a strike, just above the belt. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Elder. Elder's the center fielder. Lucen has a sign that he likes. And now he spins, and diving back in head first is Ho'opi. Nobody around him, though, this time. Maderos still about 5 to 10 feet behind the runner at second base, Ho'opi. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball away. Now Bailey with a snap throw, and the ball gets by Maderos, and heading over to third base is going to be Ho'opi. Grabbing the ball is Devontae Richardson, but he's just going to have to eat it. So that's going to be an error on the pitcher to allow the runner to move up to third base. The second error on Matt Lucen here tonight in the ball game on pickoff moves. Actually, that's on the catcher, my bad. He's going to go against Luke Bailey with the high throw. So now runner at third base. Lemurs are down 4-1, and now here comes manager Pete Cavilla out of the dugout. And it looks like the manager Pete Cavilla is talking things over with Lucen. The umpires are going to get together for some reason. I don't know what that might be about. The home plate umpire Taylor Payne going to go over and talk to the first base umpire Art Thigpen, and then Lance Sailhammer is going to come in as well. So all of them getting together on the conversation, and they'll quickly talk and head back to their spots. Pete Cavilla up on the hill, talking things over with Lucen. I think this might be a discussion about the count. What the count might be. Because they show 1 ball and 2 strikes up on the board with Chris Elder up there at the plate. That's the only thing I could possibly think of that this might be on. According to the official scorekeeper, there's a ball and a strike. Actually, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Let's see, a called strike. So 1 and 2 should be the count, according to the official scorekeeper. And they have 1 and 2 up on the scoreboard. Now manager Pete Cavilla talking things over with the home plate umpire and Art Thigpen. So I'm wondering if the umpires, at least the home plate umpire, has a different count than what is up on the scoreboard. So now Art Thigpen coming up our way. And he's going to talk to Eric Champion. Art Thigpen is the crew chief. So Eric Champion coming out of the dugout. And Champion looking up here. And they are going to talk to somebody about the count here, I believe. They're looking for the official scorekeeper. They're asking how many pitches have been thrown to this batter. See if we turn up the crowd mic and hear them down there. So the Lemurs might be thinking it's a different count. They might think it's strike 3, but now they just turned the count to 2 balls and 1 strike up on the scoreboard. All right, well, hopefully they got everything straightened out.
So head on over to the Chick-fil-A table stand on the first base side of the concourse and get the
It was
original
1 ball and
chicken
2 strikes up on the scoreboard, and now they've turned it over to 2 balls and 1 strike.
chicken sandwich. Head on over to the Chick-fil-A table on the first base
So
side
that could
of the
definitely go against the Lemurs if indeed it is 2-1, and it should be 1 ball and 2 strikes according to the home plate umpire. He's now got his hands up and saying 1 ball and 2 strikes. And I think that's the correct count. So Chris Elder back into the batter's box, a runner at third base and 2 down. A 4-1 lead for Grand Prairie. The pitch, swung and a line drive. That's going to get in there for a base hit. That one goes right up the middle. Coming in to score is Ho'opi'i, and it's another run up on the board. Going into second base, hustling over to second base is Chris Elder. He's going to have a stand-up double. So that ball got into the gap, and Elder was able to take an extra bag. So he's got back-to-back base hits.
Stepping to the plate, shortstop, Robbie Estrada.
So it's 5-1, Grand Prairie. Here's Robbie Estrada, the number 9 hitter. So a runner at second base and 2 down. It's Matt Lucen trying to work through the 6th inning, but he's given up 5 runs in the game. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball hits the inside corner for a strike. That one falls right over the knees. Jamadric Magruder is on deck. The Lemurs trying to end things right here against Robbie Estrada. The 0-1 pitch, and that one misses very high, a fastball from Matt Lucen. So Estrada waves the bat over the plate a couple of times. Taking his lead at second base is Chris Elder. And now Matt Lucen's going to spin and look Elder back. So a 1-1 count. Estrada with a base hit back in the 3rd. He walked and scored a run in the 5th inning. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That is low for a ball. So make it 2 balls and 1 strike. Estrada not doing too well with the bat this year. He's batting 173. He's got 5 RBIs on the season. But he does have a base hit in this ball game. Here's the 2-1 swung, and there goes the bat. Look out. It did not get into the stands, and that's good. Robbie Estrada swung, and that one flying over on the right side, over by the first base coaching box. So Eric Champion going to step out and talk to Robbie Estrada as he's back near the dugout right now, asking him if he needs some pine tar. He's got the pine tar in his hand, saying, "You need any of this? You might want to get some stickum on that thing." He's probably telling him a whole lot more than that, though. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Probably not just asking the kid if he needs a little more pine tar. Might see something up there at the plate that he can help him out with. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Matt Lucen taking an extra long look into Luke Bailey this time. And the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball swung and a ground ball up the middle. Medeiros will get it. Bounces off of his waist. And he throws over to third base. He's got the runner between third and home. That's Elder over there. Elder's in a pickle, and the ball is thrown away by Luke Bailey up the left field line. Elder's going to come in to score. Running down that ball, I believe, is Juan Silverio. But a run comes in to score on the pickle. And Chris Elder is in safely. Estrada reaches, and he goes all the way to third base on the play. And there comes manager Pete Incaviglia. And Bailey threw the ball, hit off the glove of Silverio, and ends up going up the left field line. They're showing it on the replay board here at the ballpark. So the wheels have fallen off a little bit for the Laredo Lemurs over the last couple of innings, and they're down 6-1. Now Lucen pitched very, very nicely through the first 4 innings, and then next thing you know, rough times for the young man. So he's going to lead the ball game, manager Pete Incaviglia, with a little bit of a pep talk before he leaves. And a new pitcher coming in for the Laredo Lemurs. We'll take a timeout and come back and tell you who it is. Lemurs down 6-1.
Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts. Personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
Need a little spark in your life? Then come on out to Uni-Trade Stadium for Friday night fireworks. Tickets start as low as $5, and you'll get to see great baseball and great fireworks all in one night. To get tickets, call 956-7-LEMURS or go online at LaredoLemurs.com. I'll see you at the ballpark.
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today.
Tokyo Garden of Laredo is located at 2515 East Del Mar Boulevard, and they serve the best sushi in town. Stop by Tokyo Garden for a quick lunch or a fancy dinner. Either way, you're going to enjoy our fine cuisine. Did you just get off work? Then come on by and check out our happy hour specials. Tokyo Garden, where you'll find the best sushi in Laredo.
Right now, when you sign up for a Gold's Gym membership, you'll get tons of extras completely free. Confidence, free. Compliments from your coworkers, free. And the desire to wear tiny bathing suits, you guessed it, free. You'll be stronger with extras, and you'll be stronger with Gold's Gym. Know your own strength. Tiny bathing suit not included.
Pro Mega Signs of Laredo is there for all of your printing and signage needs. We can be found at 1615 Jackman Road in Laredo, or you can reach us by phone at 956-723-2110. Again, that's 956-723-2110.
All right, Jamajic Magruder into the batter's box, a runner at third base, and Johan Montero on the mound. He'll throw, and that one misses outside. It's 6-1 Grand Prairie. And the Lemurs in a hole here in the first game of this three-game series against the Grand Prairie AirHogs. So the runner at third base is Estrada. Here's the pitch. That one is called a strike on the outside corner. There's 2 outs. Those first 2 outs came pretty quickly. And then Ridge Hoopi reached on a double. He ended up coming in to score when Chris Elder doubled. And then Chris Elder just came in to score when he got into a pickle and Luke Bailey threw the ball away. The 1-1. That one is high and outside. Bailey, by the way, with 2 errors here in the inning. For the Laredo Lemurs, there's been 3 total errors in the inning, and there's 4 total errors up on the board for the Lemurs in this game. Lemurs are making a lot of errors this season. Not doing good in that category. Stepping out of the batter's box is the batter, Jamajic Magruder. So Montero up on the hill, looking in and gets the sign. And the pitch swung, and that's fouled off. In fact, the Lemurs have now made 56 errors. They started the night with 52, and they were 11th in the league in that category. So there's only 13 teams in the league, so only 2 teams below them with more errors. Of course, after tonight, that can totally change because the Lemurs have made 4 errors tonight. They were all pretty close, the other 2 teams. The 2-2 pitch swung and a line drive up the middle, a base hit. Coming in to score is Estrada. And it's now a 7-1 lead in favor of Grand Prairie. And the Lemurs can hit the baseball. The Lemurs as a team, they average 5 runs per game. That's really good. 5 runs per game is pretty solid. They average 9.4 hits per game, which is also solid. But if you're making errors all the time, it's hard to win. They're averaging more than 1+ error per game right now. And when you get multiple errors in a game like they do tonight, remember they had 6 earlier this year against Amarillo in one game. And that was a new team record. Here's Jordy Hart, runner at first base and 2 down. A 7-1 lead for Grand Prairie. Montero throws, and that pitch is a fastball that misses away. Brian Myra was on deck. So Hoopi has scored, Elder has scored, and Estrada has all scored in this inning. 1 ball and no strikes. The 1-0, the runner goes, the pitch is away, and there's going to be no throw by Luke Bailey. He actually lost the handle coming out of his crouch. The Lemurs started the day 7th in the league in fielding percentage with a .965 fielding percentage. But a lot of teams are tied, so that moves them up a little bit. So a lot of teams above them were tied. So if they were all separated, then the Lemurs would have been down a little bit lower. The 2-0. That one is low for a ball. So 3 balls and no strikes to Jordy Hart. Montero last worked as a starter for the Laredo Lemurs on Tuesday. He throws the 3-0 pitch, and that one is low, ball 4. So another walk delivered to the AirHogs batters. And now Mike Meyer coming out from behind, from the dugout. He's going to go up and talk things over with Johan Montero. It is now the 6th walk in the ballgame delivered by Lemurs pitchers. 5 by Lucen and 1 here by Montero. So Mike Meyer going to try to get Montero back on track after 2 runners have reached, after he has come out of the bullpen. The 6th inning that won't end. It's amazing what can be done with 2 outs. That's why they say the game is never over until that final out is made. Get 2 outs and all of a sudden the wheels can fall off for any team. We still got some baseball to play here tonight. Here's Brian Myro. He sees the fastball. It misses low. 1-0 count. A 7-1 lead for Grand Prairie. The Lemurs have 7 hits. The AirHogs only have 6. But the Lemurs have made 4 errors. Here's the 1-0. Swung on a fly ball to left field. Taylor's got a beat on this one. He'll come in and get underneath it and make the catch. And that's finally it for the AirHogs. But not before they come up with 3 runs. They had 3 hits. There were 3 errors in the inning. And 2 left. We're going to go to the top of the 7th. Lemurs down 7-1. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Breakfast speaks for itself here at Whataburger. It's going to be hot, it's going to be fresh.
It's almost like when you were a kid and you wake up in the morning, you can smell mom cooking breakfast.
I like their hash browns.
My favorite's the honey butter chicken biscuit. I like the taquitos.
We have some fresh cracked eggs here.
I like these pancakes because they're fluffy.
I really like the fact that you can get into Whataburger real fast and bring it on the go.
We're cooking breakfast for you at Whataburger.
We all know we can accomplish more when we're ready. That's why I've chosen Texas A&M International University. I want a 4-year degree and the opportunities that it brings. TAMU has welcomed me and more than 7,000 students from around the world. TAMU empowers me to greatness, ignites my mind, and propels me to my future and my impact. Imagine the possibilities when you're powered by TAMU.
Register now for summer and fall. Visit tamu.edu and get powered.
Since Extending Technologies opened for business in 1998, they have worked to establish solid relationships with their clients. They are set to maintain the highest standards of service and integrity and to perform work of only the highest quality, achieving client satisfaction on every project. They have attained these goals through a tradition of care and professional pride. They serve a wide range of corporations and small business franchises. Extending Technologies has the tools and expertise for any technical need that your business may have. Call us here in Laredo at 725-2654. That's 725-2654 for Ascending Technologies.
Sweating through another barn burner at your team's bar?
Sure am.
Wish you had some ice-cold refreshment?
You bet.
Then Coors Light may be right for you. Could result in meeting new people, epic fist bumps, epic forearm bumps, epic or chest bumps, touchdown dancing, break dancing, line dancing, dancing like nobody's watching, awesome refreshment for the win, and one-of-a-kind Rocky Mountain cold refreshment. Ask your bartender for Coors Light today.
Definitely.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
All right, here come the Lemurs in the 7th inning at 7-1 in favor of Grand Prairie. The AirHogs have scored 4 runs in the 5th. They put up 3 more runs in the 6th inning, and we go to the top of the 7th, and Blake Oliver staying on the mound for the AirHogs. J. Woody Valdez will start things off. It's Valdez, Bailey, and Maderos coming up to the plate for Laredo. Here's the pitch, and that one misses low and inside. So we'll get to the American Association scoreboard here in the 7th inning. Let you know how things are going in the rest of the league. Lincoln's up 2-1 over Joplin in the top of the 7th. And Blake Oliver fires away on the 1-0, and that one is way inside. The Ottawa Champions are beating the Winnipeg Goldeyes 2-1. They're in the top of the 8th inning. Wichita 3, Amarillo 2, top of 7. And the Kansas City T-Bones are winning their game over Gary 2-0. They're in the bottom of the 8th inning. 2 balls and no strikes. The pitch. On the outside corner for a strike, a fastball there. Sioux City 6, Sioux Falls 1. They're in the top of the 6th inning. And St. Paul's getting by Fargo 3-2 in the top of the 7th. So that's a quick twirl around the American Association. We can also take a look at the big league, see what's going on there. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and missed, a slider, and Valdez now looking at a count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jeudy Valdez backing out of the batter's box after that one. Valdez with the base hit in his last at bat. He's officially 1 for 2 today. Lemurs and AirHogs will go back at it tomorrow night at 6:05 p.m. So make sure you join us then on the broadcast. And the 2-2 pitch. Fastball inside. Make it 3 balls and 2 strikes. The Cleveland Indians and Pittsburgh Pirates, they are currently in a delay. But the Indians are up 3-2 in the bottom of the 7th inning. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Valdez. Lemurs need a base runner. And timeout's called at the plate. And Oliver throws home, and that one is low and inside. A base runner now for Laredo. A walk to Jeudy Valdez and Luke Bailey coming up to the plate. The Yankees and the Tampa Bay Rays are tied up at 3 apiece. They're in the bottom of the 9th. In the bottom of the 7th inning, the Astros are up over the Red Sox, 7-5, and the Red Sox are playing at home. Here's Luke Bailey. Milwaukee 10, Cincinnati nothing. They're in the middle of the 8th inning there, so they'll go to the bottom of the 8th shortly for the Reds to come up to the plate. A snap throw over to first base, and Valdez dives back in head first. He's safe. Pretty quick move there by Blake Oliver. Lemurs down 6 in the 7th inning. A rough couple of innings there for the starting pitcher, Matt Lucen. Oliver, he'll set and throw home. That's a slider that misses low. 1-0 to Luke Bailey. Bailey on the day, he's 0 for 1. He laid down a sac bunt back in the 5th inning. Lemurs had runners at first and second, and Bailey moved them up to second and third on the play. Atlanta's up 2-1 over Philadelphia in the top of the 9th inning. And Oliver sets. He throws, and that's a fastball right at the letters, right where it says Laredo across the chest of Luke Bailey. Angels 8, Rangers nothing. That game in the bottom of the 6th. The Rangers are playing at home. Not too far from here, in fact. So there's some competition for you. You're going to go to an AirHogs game, and you're going to go see the Rangers play. And the 1-1 delivery coming up. Oliver throws, and that one swung on a fly ball over to the right. That is going to be a foul ball. So yeah, the Rangers are at home right now. Prince Fielder digging in. Baltimore and Chicago hooking up. The White Sox are playing the Orioles. They're playing in Chicago, and the Orioles are down right now. The White Sox with a 1-0 lead. So Blake Oliver sets, a couple of head nods. He throws home, and that one is high and outside. I can pretty much guarantee Jeudy Valdez is not going to steal a bag, but Oliver is going through his same routine up there on the hill. Very methodical, very slow, as he gets ready to throw to the plate. When there's nobody on, he works pretty quickly. I mean, say slightly above average fast. But once somebody gets on, man, he wants to slow it down. The 2-2 slider swung on, and that's fouled off the plate. I'll go back over by the Lemurs dugout. Padres won, Cardinals won. They're in the bottom of the 8th inning, so a good game there. The Oakland A's are up 3-2 over the Seattle Mariners in the middle of the 4th inning. And the Rockies are beating the Arizona Diamondbacks 3-2. They're in the top of the 2nd. Lemurs down here 7-1. Nobody out. We're in the 7th inning. Lemurs at the plate. The 2-2 pitch. Fastball swung on, hit well into center field on the run. Chris Elder, he's going to reach out. The ball's going to bounce, and it might take a hop. I believe it bounced off the fence. Coming around, trying to score is Jeudy Valdez. He'll get in there, and the Lemurs are now down 7-2. Luke Bailey with a double. He took one hop and hit the top of the wall, and at first I thought it might bounce over the wall with the turf out there.
Stepping to the plate,
The ball did take a pretty high bounce and ended up bouncing off of the wall. So here's Jared Medeiros. Now the infield's going to come in, as well as the pitching coach is going to go talk things over with the starting pitcher, Blake Oliver. So the Lemurs get another run. They're down 7-2. And Jared Madero's coming up to the plate for Laredo. So the pitching coach out there, Jeff Russell, talking things over with Oliver and the catcher, Zane Chavez. Now the home plate umpire is going to walk up and break up the meeting on the mound. Lemurs are down by 5. They're within striking distance, though. I mean, they get one more run, and next thing you know, we got ourselves a different ball game here. So here's Maderos, the right-handed batter, stepping in. He's 0 for 2. He lined out to the shortstop in his last at-bat. He hit the ball well, but right there was Estrada to make the catch. So a runner at second base and nobody out still for Laredo. So still some time to do some damage in this inning. Here's the pitch. Whoa, inside, high as well. Maderos had to spin out of the way of that one. Bailey takes his lead from second base. And Jared Maderos ready to go all the way in the very back of the batter's box, wearing his gray uniform with a couple of batting gloves on. And the leg kick on the throw home, and that one is swung on a ground ball over to the right side. In front of it is Magruder. He'll throw over to first base. It takes off the first baseman from the bag, but the tag as the runner goes by. And Maderos is out. Bailey heads up to third base on the play. So Magruder just threw a kind of a lollipop throw over to first base, and it took the first baseman Diaz off the bag, but he came off and tagged Magruder going by. So Bailey moves up to third, and Devontre Richardson stepping into the batter's box now for Laredo. Lemurs down by 5 runs, but they can get another run right there at third. If they can bring home Luke Bailey, they'll be down by 4. Here's the pitch to Richardson. He swings and misses at a slider. That is not Devontre Richardson. That is Ty Forney up at the plate.
Center fielder, Devontre Richardson.
So this is Ty Forney. They just announced Richardson, but I don't know what's wrong with Devontre and why he wouldn't be in the ball game. The 0-1. And when this is inside for a ball. More scores for you. Rockies up over the Diamondbacks 3-2. And the Mets and Dodgers, there's no score. They're in the bottom of the first, so they're just underway. 1 ball and 1 strike to Ty Forney. And the pitch. That one misses outside for a ball. And unless Devontre Richardson changed his number between innings, that is not him. 2 balls and 1 strike. And the 2-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Make it 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Ty Forney. Bel Nieves is on deck for the Lemurs. There's 1 out here. And the delivery. Low and outside. That gets away from the catcher. Goes all the way back to the wall. Here comes Luke Bailey. He's going to score a run for the Lemurs. And it's now a 7-3 ball game. So now the Lemurs are within 4 runs. Not a bad spot to be in. Not a great spot to be in, but also not the worst spot you can possibly be in. So now it's 3-2 to Ty Forney. Here's the pitch. He swings and fouls it off down the right side.
Fans, do not forget, tomorrow night's game There were fireworks after the game.
So we'll see another 3-2 pitch to Forney.
At the box office.
And some more scores from Major League Baseball for you.
Fireworks after the game.
Miami beat Chicago today 2-1. And the Washington Nationals get by the Giants. A 2-1 score there as well. The pitch to Forney. He swings and grounds the ball over to the right side. Going for it is Magruder. Magruder will get there and make the play as he does a soft toss over to first base. And retired is Ty Forney in his first at bat of the night. So there's the second out. And Abel Nieva is going to come up to the plate now.
Stepping to the plate, second baseman, Abel Nieves.
Nieves on the day. Picked up a base hit in his last at bat. He's 1 for 3. Detroit beat Toronto 8-6, and Atlanta over Philadelphia 2-1. So there's all your big league scores. We got through them slowly but surely. And the pitch to Nieves. He sees a breaking ball clip the outside corner. So we'll have to see where Ty Forney goes into the ball game. See if Phipps moves over and plays center field, or if it's going to be Ty Forney going into center. Here's the 0-1. Fastball swung on and a fly ball to right, but that's going to be foul. 7-3 Grand Prairie, top of the 7th inning. No balls and 2 strikes to Abel Nieves. And the pitch. A slider away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Blake Oliver into the windup with nobody on. And the pitch. Swung on in a fly ball. Hit into right center field. Drifting back is Hart. He will reach up. He'll make the catch. And that'll do it for Laredo. In the inning, they come up with 2 runs on 1 hit. There were no errors and nobody left. Lemurs down 7-3. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que le salió el primer diente a tu hijo? ¿Que tu abuelita aprendió a tuitear? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? La respuesta es la misma. Pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres. Pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo. Carne asada con ganas, solo en H-E-B.
We'd like to imagine that if you're listening to this, it's on a radio in a backyard in between innings. The grass was mowed this morning, and the grill smells like heaven. And what do you know? Your friends just arrived with a 24-pack of Miller Lite, along with a few new friends to enjoy them with. Here's hoping we're right, and you're not just stuck in traffic. Here's hoping it's Miller time.
Great beer, great responsibility. 2015 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
South Texas families never strike out with Driscoll Health Plan. Catch the value-added services we pitch to our Medicaid members. Enjoy a free membership to specific boys and girls clubs. Receive gift cards for completing Texas healthcare checkups. Restrictions and limitations may apply. Visit us at driscollhealthplan.com.
Todos sabemos que podemos lograr más cuando estamos listos. Por eso, decidí matricularme en Texas A&M International University. Quiero un título universitario y las oportunidades que me brindará. Tammy U me ha recibido a mí y a 7,000 estudiantes de todo el mundo. Tammy U me impulsa a ser grande, enciende mi mente y hace mi corazón latir. Imagina las posibilidades cuando eres impulsado por Tammy U.
Inscríbete ahora para verano y otoño. Visita tammyu.edu y sé impulsado.
3, 2, 1, number 1. That's Laredo's #1 Chevy dealer. Family Chevrolet turns the best day ever into the best month ever. 15% off, not good enough, but 25% off, now that makes it the best month ever. With over 600 vehicles available, makes it the best pricing ever. 2015 Equinox, 2015 Traverse, not 15, but 25% off.
All right, into the bottom of the 7th. Johan Montero stays on the mound. He throws a fastball here, and it's in there for a strike as we get going in the bottom of the 7th inning. Victor Diaz is the batter. He's 0 for 3 in the ball game tonight. He swings here and lines one into left field for a base hit. So enough for being 0 for 3. No, he is now 1 for 4. So just like that, he turned it around. So he gets a base hit. Willie Cabrera coming up to the plate. Lemurs down 7-3 in the ball game. 4 runs for the AirHogs in the 5th, 3 more runs in the 6th inning. The Lemurs made 3 errors in the 6th inning. They made 1 error in the 5th. So 4 total errors for the Lemurs in tonight's game. Here's Willie Cabrera into the batter's box. So runner at first base, and Yohan Montero will pitch. That one swung on and tapped off the top of the plate. So Ty Forney's playing center field right now. Richardson out of the ball game. So remember, Ty Forney went into bat for Devontre Richardson there in the 7th inning. So Willie Cabrera, 0 for 3 in this one. Here's the pitch, a fastball low. Montero came in and pitched the 3 batters in the 6th inning in relief of Matt Lucen. And Montero working out of the stretch. He'll quickly throw. Now it's swung on a ground ball over to the left side, ranging for Medeiros. He'll dive, he'll grab it, he'll throw first base, and it's not going to be in time. A nice play there by Medeiros, but just a little bit too tardy to the party. So everybody moves up, and an infield base hit for Willie Cabrera. Matt Lucen, with his night being done, he went 5 2/3, gave up 5 hits, 7 runs, 5 of them were earned. He walked 5 and struck out 5 batters. So that's the Lucen line on the night. Now runners at first and second base and nobody out, and into the batter's box is Zane Chavez. Chavez 0 for 3 tonight. Here's the pitch. That's low for a ball, a fastball. Most of the damage tonight the AirHogs have put up have been in the bottom part of the order, so after the Zane Chavez at bat. Here's the 1-0. Swung on and a pop-up. Shallow center field. And Ty Forney racing in. He'll get there and make the catch. 1 down. Coming up to the plate is Ridge Ho'opa'i. Lemurs down by 4. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. And Ho'opa'i, he's 1 for 3. He picked up a double in the 6th inning. And the delivery, that one is in the dirt, backhanded by Bailey. Nice play there by Luke, making sure no one's able to move up. So Diaz is at second base. Willie Cabrera over at first. Montero with a new baseball, looks in and gets the sign. And he'll fire away, and that one is swung and fouled back. So remember, Montero made that spot start on June 29th against the Joplin Blasters. He didn't fare too well. Ended up taking a loss as he went 2 innings and gave up 6 runs. 4 of them were earned. He gave up 5 hits and walked 4 batters. So looks like he's back in the bullpen now for the Laredo Lemurs. And the Lemurs will have a spot starter tomorrow. Don't know quite yet who is going to be scheduled. I think it's going to be a surprise. The 1-1 swung on and a tap off the top of the plate. Charging at Silverio. The third baseman will throw on the run. It's not going to be in time to get the runner Ho'opa'i over at first base. So an infield hit for him. His second hit of the game, and Victor Diaz moves up to third, and up to second goes Cabrera. Well, that pitch hit off the top of the plate, kind of just rolled up slowly. Montero tried to get to it, but Silverio had a better play, had a better chance to throw it over to first base to get the out, but no out was made. So here comes Chris Elder now, and the AirHogs are right back in business. Bases loaded and 1 down. The Lemurs need that double play ball here. They have turned 1 so far tonight. And the delivery is low and in. Montero hails from Santo Domingo, the Dominican Republic. He was signed as a non-drafted free agent back in 2009 by the Pirates. So he played in the Pirates organization from 2009 through 2014, as the next pitch is low and in as well. 2 balls and no strikes to Chris Elder. Elder with 2 hits tonight. He's 2 for 3. He's also scored 2 runs. And he has gone around the bases on all kinds of different stuff. There was an error on a throw over to first base when Matt Lucen tried to pick him off. The ball got behind Geiger. Here's the 2-0. That one swung on a line drive into center. Here comes Forney. He's going to reach down, go into a knee slide, and he makes the catch. Tagging at third base and coming home to score is Victor Diaz. And another run up on the board for Grand Prairie. So that's a sac fly. And a nice catch out there by Ty Forney. Running that one down, hustling in. So 2 down. And the next batter is going to be Robbie Estrada.
Second baseman, Jamadre Magruder.
They just introduced Jamagic Magruder, but that is Robbie Estrada. He swings at the first pitch and he fouls one off to the left. Unless these guys are changing jersey numbers on us, which usually doesn't happen. Pretty sure that is Robbie Estrada. Same thing happened with Devontre Richardson. Ty Forney came up and they introduced Devontre Richardson at the plate. No balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Swung on and that's popped foul over to the left, and that will get back out of play. So quickly 0-2 to the batter, Robbie Estrada. Robbie Estrada reached on a single back in the third. He was actually the first base hit of the game for the Grand Prairie AirHogs. Nothing happened there, though, in the third inning. Robbie Estrada walked in the 5th and scored, and reached on an error in the 6th inning and scored. Here's the 0-2 delivery. Swinging a ground ball over to the right side. Abel Nieves is in front of it. He'll flip it over sidearm to first base, and that'll do it for the AirHogs. But they come up with another run. 1 run on 3 hits. No errors and 2 left. We're going to the top of the 8th inning. Lemurs down 8-3. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to fewer guys with beer bellies, which led to more women attracted to those guys, which led to dates, second dates, wedding bells, and honeymoons, which led to hubba-da, boom, which led to you. Miller Lights, we invented light beer, and you're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Crowd at the bar making you sweat?
Uh-huh.
Could you use some ice-cold refreshment?
You bet.
Then Coors Light may be right for you. Could result in epic nights, maximum refreshment, great times, awesome memories, high fives, smiles, Rocky Mountain refreshment, Blue Mountain refreshment, quadruple epic refreshment, killer parties, and totally refreshed killer parties. Ask your bartender for Coors Light today.
Definitely.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Capital Care EMS, located at 1510 Calle del Norte, Suite number 11, invites you to experience a new standard in medical transportation, servicing Laredo and all surrounding areas. Capital Care EMS provides transports to wound care treatments, HBO treatments, dialysis treatments, doctor's appointments, radiation treatments, chemotherapy treatments, and many more. From emergency medical transport to x-rays and lab work, our state-certified EMTs and paramedics are readily available 24 hours a day when you need them most. Capital Care EMS accepts most major medical insurances, including Medicare, Medicaid, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Aetna, and many more. Capital Care EMS is locally owned and operated. Call now for your free consultation. 956-712-8911. That's 956-712-8911. Capital Care EMS, creating a new standard in medical transportation. Capital Care EMS, the official ambulance of your Laredo Lemurs.
Right now, you could be working towards an exciting new career in business administration. At Catholic College Laredo, you'll have the chance to gain professional skills and hands-on training. Earning a business degree could open the door to new career opportunities in fields such as accounting, human resources, banking, and marketing. Start on the path to your new career at Kaplan College. Call 800-617-0800. Right now, you could be working.
All right, the new pitcher for the Grand Prairie AirHogs is Dylan Rucker. He's going to be facing off against Kevin Taylor, Dennis Phipps, and Juan Silverio for the Lemurs. Lemurs down 8-3 in this first game of a 3-game set between these two clubs starting tonight. And Rucker up on the mound. He's out of Arlington, Texas, 6'3", 220 pounds. He went to the University of Houston, so he is a Texas kid. He's a right-handed pitcher. So here's Taylor. He's got 2 hits tonight. And the first pitch he sees is inside for ball. Taylor singled back in the first, Singled back in the 4th and reached on a fielder's choice in the 6th inning. He ended up coming in to score in the 6th for Laredo. So the Lemurs with 2 more at bats coming up, 6 more outs left. The pitch, a fastball in the inside corner. So Dylan Rucker pitching in his 5th game so far for the Grand Prairie AirHogs. He has posted a 2.70 ERA. He's got no wins and no losses. 1 ball and 1 strike. The kick and the throw, and that one swung on a ground ball over to the right side. Magruder's in front of it. He'll look at the baseball, throw it over to first base, and that'll do it for Kevin Taylor. So Taylor grounds out to start off the 8th, and 1 down, and here comes Dennis Phipps. Rucker last pitched against Amarillo on June 29th. He threw 3 innings that day, did not allow a run, only giving up 1 hit. He struck out 2 as he faced a total of 9 batters. Rucker started his college career at Eastfield College in Mesquite, Texas. He played 27 games, made 2 starts with Fort Worth in the United League back in 2014, so the Fort Worth Cats. That's a really nice ballpark. LaGrave Field over there in Fort Worth. The first pitch to Phipps is a breaking ball. That hits the outside part of the plate. There's not a team playing in LaGrave Field this year, unfortunately. But they usually draw well over there in Fort Worth, at least they had in the past. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one swung on, hit high in the air into left field. Going back on the ball, Cabrera. Looks like he's got this one under control as he pulls up and makes the catch. He is about 3 feet in front of the warning track there. So 2 down, and Juan Silverio will be the batter for the Lemurs. Lemurs are down by 5 runs. They have brought it within 4, and then a run came in to score in the bottom of the 7th inning for Grand Prairie. Rucker did not play baseball his senior season at the University of Houston. As a junior in 2013, he made 9 appearances for the Cougars. Out of the bullpen, Silverio sees a strike, a fastball in the inside corner. That year, Rucker notched a 3.1 inning, hitless save, and a win against Baylor. Here's the 0-1, swung on a ground ball. Chopper over to the shortstop, Estrada. He'll set, he'll throw, and it's a little bit offline. Coming off the bag is Diaz. He'll tag the runner going by. And that's going to do it for the Laredo Lemurs. They go down in order. We're going to head to the bottom of the 8th. 8-3 Grand Prairie. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Today at Whataburger, we're cooking the Honey Mustard Whata Chicken Club. The chicken is hot and fresh. It's got melted Monterey Jack cheese topped with lettuce, tomato, bacon, and then the honey mustard adds a nice sweet flavor to it.
All the flavors come together just perfect. I mean, not only do I want to eat it, but I keep wanting to look at it.
The crunchiness of the bacon adds a really nice texture.
Honey mustard and chicken just go together. You know, sweet and savory, it's a perfect mix.
Try the new Honey Mustard Whata Chicken Club. Only at Whataburger for a limited time.
Hey Lemurs fans, every Thursday night at Uni-Trade Stadium is a Thirsty Thursday. Come on out and enjoy cold Miller Lite draft beers for only $1. That's right, beer for $1. You can get tickets online at LaredoLemurs.com or by phone at 956-7-LEMURS. I'll see you at the ballpark. Texas Inflatable Rentals has Laredo's largest water slides. We're proud to say that we serve the greater Laredo area and supply slip sliding fun for kids of all ages. Texas Inflatable Rentals has a huge selection of inflatables for every budget. And to add to the party, we rent tables, chairs, snow cone machines, popcorn machines, and cotton candy machines that will help take your party to the next level. We also have moonwalks and bounce houses. Contact Texas Inflatable Rentals at 956-436-3909 or at TexasInflatableRentals.com and book with the coupon code LEMURS for a 10% discount. That's Texas Inflatable Rentals, Laredo's largest water slide.
All right, the AirHogs coming up to the plate. It's going to be Jamadric Magruder to lead things off. So Magruder, Hart, and Myro. 8-3 Grand Prairie. And staying on the mound for the Laredo Lemurs is Johan Montero. Magruder on the day is reached twice, once on a walk, once on a base hit. And on that walk in the 5th inning, he came around to score. He'll see a pitch here, hit it in the air into right center field. Coming on quickly is Ty Forney. He'll get there in the gap and make the catch. So 1 pitch and 1 out. in the 8th inning. Here comes Jordy Hart now to the plate.
Right fielder, Jordy Hart.
Jordy Hart has reached twice on walks this evening. He has scored once. Officially, he's 0 for 2 with a run scored. 8-3 Grand Prairie. And Johan Montero ready to go. He'll wind and throw. That one is a little bit low. Well, looking over yesterday's stuff and throughout Major League Baseball, always fun to look back and see what kind of neat things happen throughout the big leagues. After blanking the Mets on Tuesday and Wednesday, the Cubs stifled the New York Mets offense again and posted a 6-1 victory on Thursday to complete a 3-game sweep at Citi Field. Here's the 1-0 delivery, low and outside. That marks the first time in over 97 years that the Cubs have allowed 1 or fewer runs in a road series of at least 3 games. 2 balls and no strikes to the batter, Jordy Hart. Here's the pitch from Montero, and that one is a ball outside, just barely outside. 3-0 to Hart. The last time the Chicago Cubs pulled that off was back in June of 1918, when it allowed only 1 run in a 3-game sweep of the Phillies at the Baker Bowl. The 3-0 pitch. A strike on the outside corner, 3-1. That is a long time ago, 1918. We're almost approaching 100 years there. We're 3 years shy right now of that mark for the Chicago Cubs, but they've done it again here before the 100 years is up. The 3-1 pitch. Swung on a chopper off the plate. Charging the ball. Medeiros will grab it. Throw on the run, and it's not going to be in time as the runner goes by. Geiger tries to lay the tag on Jordy Hart, but the first base umpire said that Geiger did not lay the tag on him. So a base runner, an infield hit. And they're going to say that's an error. Okay. That's a tough play there for Medeiros. He has to charge, he has to throw on the run, and still make an accurate throw. And they give it an error. So Brian Myro into the batter's box. He takes a strike. So another error up on the board. That's the 5th error for the Lemurs. If that one stays the way it is, I have a funny feeling that one might get changed. The 0-1, the runner goes, the pitch is swung on and popped into the air into left field. Hustling back is Hart over to first base, as reaching up in the air and catching the ball is Kevin Taylor. So another out up on the board and a runner at first. Remember, the Lemurs made 6 errors in a game against Amarillo up in Amarillo earlier this year. That was an all-time high. The previous all-time high for the Lemurs was 5. And they have matched that here tonight as of right now. Here's Victor Diaz stepping into the batter's box. 2 down. Bottom of the 8th inning. The Lemurs will have one more at-bat opportunity. The pitch, a fastball away. Some more Major League Baseball fun. Cameron Maben, his single off of Max Scherzer in the bottom of the 9th inning, drove in Pedro Cirarocco with the winning run in the Atlanta Braves 2-1 victory over the Nationals on Thursday night. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swung on and missed. Prior to Maben, the last Braves player to produce a walk-off hit against the former Cy Young Award winner was Ed Goodson, whose single drove in the winning run in the 9th inning against the Cardinals' Bob Gibson on August 16th of 1975. It was an 8-7 Atlanta win. The runner goes. The pitch is low. The throw down to second base is not going to be in time. And Abel Nieves acts as if it went into center field, but Jordy Hart was not buying it. So a stolen base there for Hart. 2 balls and 1 strike to the batter. A 2-1 count. The pitch. Swung on, and that one is fouled back. By the way, the last Major League player to produce a walk-off hit against a former Cy Young Award winner was Boston's Kevin Youkilis. He did it against Toronto's Roy Halladay back on April 29th of 2008. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. That one's in the dirt. That one bounces off the top of the plate. It'll go all the way back to the screen. Hart's going to take a wide turn. And he'll stay at third base. So he reaches over there on a wild pitch. And Victor Diaz up in the batter's box with a 3-2 count and 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th inning. An 8-3 score, Grand Prairie in the lead. Well, the Lemurs in danger of losing this game. Need to mount a comeback in the top of the 9th inning. They won yesterday's ball game against Joplin. Here's the 3-2. Swung on, that one is fouled off. Diaz going well out of the strike zone to get a piece of that one. That pitch was up. And somehow Diaz got around on it and was able to at least foul it off. So another 3-2 pitch coming up from Montero. Here it comes. That one is in the dirt, a slider away, and that's going to be ball 4. Willie Cabrera is going to be the next batter, and runners are at the corners now. Well, the Lemurs bullpen is silent. Lemurs trying to get Montero to get through this one.
Left fielder, Willie Cabrera.
Well, Jose Fernandez allowed 3 earned runs over 6 innings and was credited with the win in his first start back after Tommy John's surgery with the Marlins, a 5-4 victory over the Giants on Thursday afternoon. That guy's a tough pitcher. See if he bounces back after that Tommy John surgery. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung, and that's fouled off of the plate. Willie Cabrera, the batter. By the way, that snapped Fernandez's streak of 20 straight home starts, allowing fewer than 3 earned runs, which fell 1 short of the Major League record in that category. San Diego's Andrew Kashner allowed fewer than 3 earned runs in 21 consecutive home starts from June of 2013 to April of 2015. The 0-1 pitch called a strike on the outside corner. Now it's 0-2. One other pitcher did it in 20 straight home starts, Oral Hershiser, in April of 85 through April of 86. He threw earned runs. No balls and 2 strikes. We'll get you the rest of that here in just a second. And the pitch. Swung on, and that one's tapped foul. Earned runs did not become an official statistic until 1912 in the National League and 1913 in the American League. So Earl Hershiser was one of the pitchers that did it in 20 straight home starts. No balls and 2 strikes. Runners at the corners now for the Grand Prairie AirHogs. And the delivery. That one spiked off the dirt, and coming home to score for the AirHogs is Jordy Hart. Another run up on the board. It's now 9-3 in favor of Grand Prairie. A wild pitch allows another run to score. That's the second time tonight that's happened where a wild pitch has allowed a run to come in. And if you plan on winning baseball games, you just can't have that. That's basically 2 freebies right there. Of course, 5 errors in a game doesn't help either. Lemurs are down 6. It's 9-3 Grand Prairie with a runner at second base and 2 down. Here's the delivery. Swung on. A fly ball hit well into left center field. Taylor and Forney going to come together, and it's going to be Forney making the catch, and that's going to do it for the Grand Prairie AirHogs. But they come up with another run. 1 run on no hits. There was 1 error and 1 left. We're going to the top of the 9th inning. The Lemurs are down 9-3. Looking to travel this summer? If the year-round flights to Las Vegas aren't fit for you, take advantage of Allegiant's direct flights from Laredo International Airport to Orlando. For as low as $119 round trip, you and your family can be in Orlando in 2.5 hours. Fly in comfort from your Laredo International Airport. Visit Allegiant.com for details and specials. Texas Outlaw Grill is a proud sponsor of your Laredo Lemurs, specializing in outlaw delicacies such as the Texican, the Gringo, and the Bandit Hot Dog and their ever-famous barbecue burger. Be the first to try their groundbreaking Cabrito Hamburger and Cabrito Hot Dog. For all to-go orders, catering, and fundraising information, go by 5209 Springfield Suite number 4 or call 956-771-1990. That's Texas Outlaw Grill.
Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, the official team doctors of your Laredo Lemurs. now with 2 convenient locations to better serve you. Our north location is located at 9652 McPherson Road, Suite 12. Our south location is located at 5102 State Highway 359. Laredo Sports Medicine offers an array of services from physical therapy to our newest service, orthopedic surgery. Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic is changing orthopedic care one athlete at a time. Visit our website at laredosportsmed.com for more information.
This summer, Allegiant will increase to 4 weekly flights to Las Vegas, Nevada. If gambling in Vegas isn't your thing, Allegiant is also increasing to 2 weekly flights to Orlando. Enjoy the Disney theme parks, Legoland, Universal Studios, SeaWorld, and the Kennedy Space Center. Flying comfort from your Laredo International Airport. Visit Allegiant.com for details and specials.
Welcome to Whataburger.
Prairie AirHogs.
All right, so Zach Dando taking over on the mound for Grand Prairie. This will be the third pitcher of the game for the AirHogs. Dando with a 2-2 record and a 2.16 ERA. He did take a loss against the Lemurs back on June 28th. He allowed 2 runs to score in. That's when Luke Bailey came up with a big base hit in the bottom of the 9th inning to bring in 2 runs for the Lemurs. Here's the first pitcher to the new batter, Dustin Geiger. It's in there for a strike. So the Lemurs have gotten to Zachary Dando before, but right now it's a 6-run difference in this ball game, 9-3 Grand Prairie. Here's the 0-1, and that one is swung on and fouled back. That one was high, and Geiger went after it. So he sits in an 0-2 hole now. Remember, Lemurs and the AirHogs tomorrow night. They'll be back at it tomorrow night at 6:05. 6:05 is the game time, and then after that, it's going to be fireworks. Woo, fireworks. No fireworks tonight. Usually they do them on Friday nights in ballparks. The 0-2 pitch is in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes. But not tonight. They're going to hold off till tomorrow, to the 4th of July, when the real fireworks come out. And they announced between innings here that they're actually going to have the same soundtrack that they have over at where the Texas Rangers play. I guess the Rangers are obviously going to put on a fireworks show. Here's a hard hit ground ball over to the third baseman. Hopi gets in front of it. And a good strong throw over to first. Gets Dustin Geiger out. 1 down, and Jeudy Valdez the next batter. 9-3 AirHogs. So yeah, they're going to be having the same soundtrack playing here tonight or tomorrow night as they do over where the Rangers play. It used to be called the ballpark at Arlington, and I think they call it Lone Star Park, but I've lost track of all the names of the big league ballparks over time. They just keep changing them. There's new advertisers, and it's like get to a point where you don't even care what the name of the stadium is anymore. Here's the pitch to the new batter, Jeudy Valdez. He hits it over to the right side. McGruder will clean it up. The second baseman will throw over to first, and that'll do it for Valdez. 2 down, and Luke Bailey the next batter. There was a time when ballparks, the name of ballparks meant something to you. There's still some of them out there. Dodger Stadium, obviously Yankee Stadium has, the legendary names to them. And it's a new Yankee Stadium, so maybe some of the luster is off of that one, but all these names after sponsors, and I get it brings in big money. Luke Bailey sees a strike. If he had a chance to name something after somebody that played in the franchise and get no money for it, the 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed, or have a chance to make a whole lot of money off of naming rights, then you go for that. No balls and 2 strikes. I mean, it makes sense, especially as much money as the players are making these days. You have to bring that money in someplace, and a lot of it comes from advertising. Here's the 0-2. Swung and a pop-up over to the right side. That'll get out of play. Luke Bailey on the day, 1 for 2. He's got a double and a run scored. He also has an RBI. Of course, another way money comes into a ballpark is by having fans come into the ballpark, and they buy concessions and souvenirs and all that stuff. So, several different ways to make money. The 0-2. That is high for a ball, so we'll keep playing here. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 down in the inning. We're in the top of the 9th. Lemurs down to their final strike, and they're down to their final out. They're down by 6 runs. We'll see if Luke Bailey can hit a 6-run homer here. The pitch. Breaking ball, swung on and missed. There's strike 3, and that's the ball game. Grand Prairie wins this one by a final score of 9-3 over the Laredo Lemurs. We're going to take a timeout and we'll come back and talk about it. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Thanks for joining us for Laredo Lemurs Baseball, brought to you by Popeye's Chicken, AEP Texas, Armadillo Homes, Ascending Technologies, Ashley's Furniture of Laredo, Capital Care EMS, Chavarias Plumbing, Core Business Solutions, Driscoll Health Plan, Falcon International Bank, Family Chevrolet, Gold's Gym, Guerra Communications, HEB, iGadget Repair Center, Kaplan College, Laredo International Airport, Laredo Pony League, Laredo Sports Medicine, Mike's Paint Flakes, Pepsi, Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU Housing and Residence, Texas Farm Bureau, Texas Inflatables, Texas Outlaw Grill, Tokyo Garden, Total Termite Pest and Control, Uni-Trade Forwarding, Whataburger of Alice. The Laredo Lemurs post-game show is coming your way next.
Texas Inflatable Rentals has Laredo's largest water slides. We are proud to say that we serve the greater Laredo area and supply slip sliding fun for kids of all ages. Texas Inflatable Rentals has a huge selection of inflatables for every budget. And to add to the party, we rent tables, chairs, snow cone machines, popcorn machines, and cotton candy machines that will help take your party to the next level. We also have moonwalks and bounce houses. Contact Texas Inflatable Rentals at 956-436-3909 or at texasinflatablerentals.com and book with the coupon code LEMURS for a 10% discount. That's Texas Inflatable Rentals, Laredo's largest water slide.
Driscoll Health Plan loads the bases with value. We knock it out of the park with all the value-added services we bring to our Medicaid members. Driscoll families cheer on the Grand Slam packages, sports physicals, free memberships to Boys and Girls Clubs, and dental care for pregnant women over 21. Take a swing at our baby showers offered by Cadena de Madre. Forget those peanuts and Cracker Jacks, root for our baby blankets and more. Come slide into home when you receive gift cards for completing Texas Health Steps checkups and attending postpartum visits on time. Don't miss a play. Restrictions and limits may apply. Visit DriscollHealthPlan.com.
Looking to travel this summer? If the year-round flights to Las Vegas aren't fit for you, take advantage of Allegiant's direct flights from Laredo International Airport to Orlando. For as low as $119 round trip, you and your family can be in Orlando in 2.5 hours. Fly in comfort from your Laredo International Airport. Visit Allegiant.com for details and specials. Texas Outlaw Grill is a proud sponsor of your Laredo Lemurs, specializing in outlaw delicacies such as the Texican, the Gringo, and the Bandit hot dog and their ever-famous barbecue burger. Be the first to try their groundbreaking Cabrito hamburger and Cabrito hot dog. For all to-go orders, catering, and fundraising information, go by 5209 Springfield Suite number 4 or call 956-771-1919. That's Texas Outlaw Grill.
Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, the official team doctors of your Laredo Lemurs, now with 2 convenient locations to better serve you. Our north location is located at 9652 McPherson Road, Suite 12. Our south location is located at 5102 State Highway 359. Laredo Sports Medicine offers an array of services from physical therapy to our newest service, orthopedic surgery. Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic is changing orthopedic care one athlete at a time. Visit our website at laredosportsmed.com for more information.
Now it's time for the Laredo Lemurs post-game show. Laredo Lemurs Baseball is brought to you by Popeye's Chicken, AEP Texas, Armadillo Homes, Ascending Technologies, Ashley's Furniture of Laredo, Capital Care EMS, Chavarias Plumbing, Core Business Solutions, Driscoll Health Plan, Falcon International Bank, Family Chevrolet, Gold's Gym, Guerra Communications, HEB, iGadget Repair Center, Kaplan College, Laredo International Airport, Laredo Pony League, Laredo Sports Medicine, Mike's Paint Flakes, Pepsi, Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation,
Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU Housing and Residence, Texas Farm Bureau, Texas Inflatables, Texas Outlaw Grill, Tokyo Garden, Total Termite Pest and Control, Uni-Trade 40, Whataburger of Alice. Now here's Bill Harrington with Laredo Lemurs post-game show.
All right, Lemurs fans, thanks for sticking around for the post-game show. Bill Harrington coming to you live from the ballpark at Arlington. No, that's not right. We're at the ballpark at Grand Prairie. Well, it'd be nice to be coming to you live from the ballpark at Arlington. That's just kind of naturally just rolled right off the tongue there. So the Lemurs lose this ball game by a final score of 9-3. For the AirHogs, it was 9 runs on 9 hits. They made 1 error. The Lemurs had 3 runs on 8 hits. They had 5 errors in the ball game tonight. Blake Oliver gets the win this evening. He goes 7 innings, gives up 8 hits, 3 runs. 2 of them were earned. He walked a batter and struck out 4. The losing pitcher was Matt Lucen. He went 5 2/3, gave up 5 hits, 7 runs, 5 earned runs. He walked 5 and struck out 5 batters. The game was played in front of a crowd of 1,184 people, and they played it in 2 hours and 57 minutes. So both pitchers got off to a good start here tonight. And it was Matt Lucen that ended up giving up the runs first, and the Grand Prairie AirHogs came in to score in the 5th inning. In fact, they scored 4 runs on 2 hits that inning. And after 2 outs were made to start off the inning, Chris Elder ended up reaching on a base hit. Then Lucen threw a pickoff move over to first base. The ball went behind Geiger, and that allowed the runner to go up to second. So Elder was on second base, and then there was a pass ball after that allowed Elder to go over to third. So Robbie Estrada then walked to put runners at the corners for the AirHogs, and then Jamadric Magruder came up. He would walk as well. That would put runners at every base, and then Jordy Hart would walk, and that would bring in a run. So it would be 1-0 in favor of the AirHogs at that point in the 5th inning. And then Brian Myro would step up to the plate. He would double down the right field line. Geiger would dive for it. It would just go by him, and it would be a fair ball down the right field line, and all 3 runs would come into score, so the bases would clear for the AirHogs, and Brian Myro would be left standing at second base with 3 RBIs, and it would be 4-0 in favor of Grand Prairie. So we'd go to the top of the 6th, and the Lemurs would put up 1 run in that half inning, and that would make it a 4-1 ball game. And coming right back in the bottom of the 6th inning, the AirHogs would strike again. This time they'd put up 3 runs after 2 outs were made again. The Lemurs would get the first 2 outs in the inning, then Ridge Ho'ope'i would double, and then a double by Chris Elder to score a run, making it 5-1 in favor of Grand Prairie. And then Robbie Estrada would come up to the plate. He would reach on an error by the shortstop Medeiros, and that would allow a run to come in to score on the play. So another run in at the time, and that would make it 6-1 in favor of Grand Prairie. And then later on in the inning, Jamadric Magruder would come up to the plate. He would single, and that would bring in Robbie Estrada. So another run coming in to score. That would make it 7-1 at the time, and the Lemurs would come up in the 7th inning and score 2 runs of their own to make it 7-3. Jeudy Valdez would get a leadoff walk, and that'd be followed up by a Luke Bailey double. And that Luke Bailey double brought in Jeudy Valdez, so making it 7-2. And then later on in the inning, Luke Bailey would come in to score on a ground out over to second base. So the Lemurs were down 7-3 at the time, but another run would come in to score for the AirHogs in the 7th, and they would score 1 more run in the 8th to make it a final score of 9-3 in favor of Grand Prairie. So Grand Prairie takes the first game here in this 3-game set, and really a tough one here for the Laredo Lemurs, coming off really a good series against Joplin. They went 2-2 against Joplin. They took 3 out of 4 against Grand Prairie back at home. The Lemurs were 8-3 over their last 11 games coming into tonight's ball game. And remember, they had 3 come from behind victories and 4 games where they actually came back in altogether last week, and this game just kind of got away from them. And really, you just have to look at the errors. 5 errors in the game. And another thing you can look to is the walks. The Lemurs walked 7 batters, and of those 7, let's see, 1, 2, 3 scored. 3 of those guys came in to score, so that's a big difference in the ball game right there. So 3 guys coming in to score, and 5 errors does not help your situation whatsoever. So the Lemurs really got to squash the errors here. They've made quite a few of them so far this season, and the defense needs to shape it up a little bit for the guys on the mound to help them get victories behind them. So that's going to do it for the broadcast tonight. Oh yes, let's go and take a look at the scoreboard before we get out of here, see what everybody else is doing from around the league. And remember, 6:05 start tomorrow night here from Grand Prairie as the Lemurs look to rebound and get a victory here in Grand Prairie. The Joplin Blasters win tonight, so that's going to extend their lead. They're back up to 3.5 games over the Lemurs. Joplin wins 6-4 over the Lincoln Salt Dogs. The Iowa Champions 2, the Winnipeg Gold Eyes 1. That's a final. Sioux City's up 12-1 in the bottom of the 8th inning over Sioux Falls, so that game's still in action, but a big lead there for Sioux City. Kansas City beats Gary 2-0, and the Wichita Wingnuts over the Amarillo Thunderheads 3-2. That game finished off in 7 innings tonight, and don't know why that would only go 7 innings, but that's what they did. St. Paul beats Fargo 4-2, and that's a final in the books. So there you go. All your finals, only one game still in action, but Sioux City looks like they're going to go on and win that one. So that's it for us. The Lemurs lose this game 9-3. They fall 3.5 games back. They're in second place behind the Joplin Blasters right now. We'll go ahead and call it an evening and see you tomorrow night. 6:05 for the first pitch here from Grand Prairie, Texas. Thank you, everybody. My name is Bill Harrington. Good night.
Thanks for joining us for Laredo Lemurs Baseball, brought to you by Popeye's Chicken, AEP Texas, Armadillo Homes, Ascending Technologies, Ashley's Furniture of Laredo, Capital Care EMS, Chavarias Plumbing, Core Business Solutions, Driscoll Health Plan, Falcon International Bank, Family Chevrolet, Gold's Gym, Guerra Communications, HEB, iGadget Repair Center, Kaplan College, Laredo International Airport, Laredo Pony League, Laredo Sports Medicine, Mike's Paint Place, Pepsi, Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU Housing and Residence, Texas Farm Bureau, Texas Inflatables, Texas Outlaw Grill, Tokyo Garden, Total Termite Pest and Control, Uni-Trade Forwarding, Whataburger of Alice. Join us next time for all your Laredo Lemurs action.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to people